Welcome to the huge clash between PNU and Tea Tree Gully at Payneham North Junior Oval. You've thrown me there, Tony. I'd like to introduce my co-broadcaster. Of course, I'm Tommy Javor. Firstly, the real deal, Tony Neal. Welcome.
Thank you very much, TJ. And look, I'd just like to say when Luke gets introduced, it's fantastic to get him back on the airwaves. And I knew he was excited, mate. I was walking back from the car a minute ago, and I saw this car coming down the street, hit the spoon drain, and it was airborne getting here. So I know he's happy to be back as well, mate. So what a fantastic day for football it is. The man, the myth, Luke Hosey. You've had a few health issues, but you're good to go now, are you, mate?
Yeah, doctor said you're just a big fat bastard, so he said lose weight, so getting better.
Fantastic. Now, what a game we've got here today, boys. There's a finals fear in the air. We're above the barbecue. We're on the PNU balcony.
That's shocking.
Yes, my favourite place in the world to watch football right here, obviously.
It smells so good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Let's move past the barbecue, Chunky, and let's talk about this game of football, because, Tony, you might have read my article this week or read in Luke's magazine that every team... Bloody siren. There it goes again. Every team in the top five, there's ramifications. So Tea Tree Gully, very quickly, I'll run through this. Tea Tree Gully, if they win today and Prince Alfred win, and there's a rumour Ross Trevor arresting players for some god unknown reason, Tea Tree Gully could finish first. They can finish second if they win, but Ross Trevor win. They finish third if they lose today, and Goodwood Saints win. For Payneham, it's fairly simple. They have to win to get a home final next week against probably Port District. If they lose and get smashed, they can drop out of finals. Highly unlikely. If they do lose, though, they are going to have to head next week to Port District. So a lot can happen here, Tony.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Look, how exciting is it? It's the other divisions have got their finals already started. Division 1, it's like a final before the finals. And look, we saw Tea Tree Gully last week, and I was just saying before, as impressive as they were against the bottom team, it was really the second half, and I'm interested to see the ruck work today, and we'll go through a few players in a moment, but just they need to tidy up a little bit, to be honest, coming into finals. It was a good win last week against very minor opposition. Today's the real test, isn't it, out here? I'm so excited. The ground looks absolutely fantastic. There's a zephyr in the air. There's a huge crowd here. Everything points towards this being a real big game, and as you alluded to, there's a lot hanging on the end of this for the winner.
Yeah, let's talk about we'll come back to some of those matchups as well. I like the fact you've already alluded to Penny versus Hanson, where the game could be won and lost today. I think the battle of the midfields will be huge. In a minute. Last time they've met, let's go back to the main event of 2015, the prelim final. PNU beat Tea Tree Gully at Tea Tree Gully. That was huge. 2016, it was the qualifying final at Pertaringa, where Tea Tree Gully started a straight sets exit for Payneham with Melville kicking 7. They met twice in 2017, with PNU winning 1 and Tea Tree Gully winning 1. Interestingly enough, both of them won at home. They then met again at Tea Tree Gully in the prelim final, and it was PNU once again knocking off Tea Tree Gully with Allegio best on ground and Tom Langford, who no longer plays kicking 6. They've met once this year. The result was PNU 9-12-66, Allegio best on ground, Davis kicking 3, Tea Tree Gully 4 goals, 8-32. This game won't be like that. This will be a high-scoring affair. Luke Hosey, tell us about the midfield matchups that you think are going to be crucial today.
I think, as well as the midfield, I think certainly up forward, I always worry about whether Gullies are going to have enough big blokes to look after Davis and Jolly. And I know there's
Tommy Wagner out there as well, 6'3".
Yeah, he's up there, and Forster obviously kicked the bag last week, so he rolls forward. I just think they might be a little bit too potent for Gullies up forward. Quick
tips before we start, boys. Quick tips.
Yeah, I'm going the way of Tea Tree Gully, just on hoping they can improve from last week, as we see Mackay already into it a little bit.
By how much?
10 points.
I'll go Payneham by 8 points. Hose?
Payneham by 12 points.
And we're off and running here. First play is Tea Tree Gully. That's you, Tony Neal.
Yeah, the Gully's just trying to get it out of the middle, and look, running wide off the half-back flank there was a young player out there on the left foot, and it's into the half-forward line already now. They're inside 50. Menzel it is. Just
on the
casually
left.
Strolls in on the left. And do you know what? I was just looking at him. He actually lined up in the middle today, and he had the luxury. I remember last week he just strolled into a goal, and I reckon today he's not going to have that luxury of just strolling in. He's going to be under pressure, and as we saw there, first kick, and it's a point. He's a quality player, of course, along with Mackay and that, but mate, they all need to fire today.
One thing I noticed about Menzel last week, he's able to hit top pace. He drops one gear, and his kick on the run is as good as anyone I've ever seen. Certainly at Div 1 level. Obviously a former AFL player. As PNU take the kick in, they use Pierce Seymour. It'll be familiar. Looking for Liam Davis, just carrying the pack. Payneham caught behind. Ball falls fortuitously. That is Forster with his first touch to the situation. Nick Jolly, he's taken a mark 45 metres out. And I'll tell you what, he won't struggle with the distance, mate. You've probably not seen him before, have you, Tony?
No. And I was just looking at the weight ratio. The other lad on the mark there, Cameron Sandico, he's got his work cut out. There's probably about 15 to 20 kilos there.
Sandico, who wants to be referred to as Docky Bruz. He's now Docky Bruz Sandico.
Yes.
Jolly lining up from 55. 45-degree angle, kicking towards. I just need to work out the ends with Jono in a sec. It's high up and under. Just pushed out to the right. Coming back. Just the minor score, I think. It's, of course, kicking to the Hydro Smart Pure Water end, and, of course, to the right of screen is the Pernix Smarter with Data. Data, it's the new big thing in computers. You need it. Go with Pernix.
Just on that last kick in too, we saw Payneham Norwood Junior just one short and then the long release down the wing, the next kick, bang, and then it becomes a shot on goal. So it'll be interesting now to see what the Gullies do. So they've actually elected to go long out of the fullback position, about 55 metres. Player falling over there, I think it was Penny early. Players bought the ground over there, and we'll see a ball up. I don't reckon we're going to get too many of these ball ups today.
In cricket vernacular, Hose, you're a cricket man. It's fast track today, isn't it?
Really fast track.
All bouncing well.
It's a real finals atmosphere in it. You can even smell the grass for the first time this year.
Fresh cut grass. The Jocelyn Machado Spanners would push forward to Jolly. Jolly's tackled quickly. Doesn't get the handball out. Driven into the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. Ball up 40 metres out from the Hydro Smart Pure will score to within. Early doors. We haven't got any on the scoreboard yet, but I think Jono's updating that. You got the update on the scoreboard, haven't you, Jono? Our great man, Jono, the cameraman, does a point apiece on the Harley Heaven and Firm scoreboard.
So there we have it. Menzel it was coming out, and I tell you, the danger man up forward also, Personos just chimed in with 3 or 4 goals last week. But you know, looking at last week to this week, howling rain, wind, freezing cold. You look at today, so I hope they've hydrated well. It's going to be a totally different game. It's going to be a run and carry, you know, get that ball down. It's going to be high speed as opposed to last week. Totally different game. So let's see.
Matthew Stent started on the bench for Gullies too, which is
okay. He's just got back from Europe. Stent is the ball bobbling around over there. Stent just got back, looking very fine with the brown tan. Thanks again to Teacher Gully for taking the time this morning to have a chat with us. Had a good chat with a couple of their players who gave us a lot of inside information, which we really appreciate and we'll be using on the broadcast. So he's got a bit of a man tan going, Stenny, as they come through the middle now. Teacher Gully, Tiggerman in front, or Cello. You'll see that all day. High flying. He's got Spring Hill Jack shoes, the boy.
That's Asprey. It was trying to get down and pick it up, but it's turned over. Look at Payneham Norwood Union here.
Forster,
they come forward.
Strong mark. Was it? Or was it spoiled? Sorry, I actually thought he marked it.
So did I.
Yeah, no, ball spills over.
He's from Norwood, isn't he, Forster?
He is, Forster. He's a Nord player, former premiership player as well, Forster.
League premiership player, is he?
Yes, played premiership. Was a junior for Payneham Nord Union, as so many of these guys were that have come through back from Nord. Macca calls it de-recruiting. Send them away to become better footballers, and they come back and they serve your club. And we've got that with so many of these players, and it's been profitable for Payneham Nord Union, the Falcons.
On the full out there.
Sounds like Payneham got the same philosophy as Henley. Send them away to their league club and get them on the way back.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is, I'm not sure, was it out in the full?
It was. So give us an idea here, TJ.
Very tough,
angle there?
Very tough pocket to kick goal from. Not the Tommy Javor pocket. Of course, that's down the other end, but he's going to have a shot from 40. Deliberate kick, probably across the face. And that does happen a lot. Both. It's funny enough, Tony. I don't know. Over I played for 16 years out here. The pocket closest to us here, and the furthest, the Pigeon Shed pocket, otherwise known as the Jack O'Leary pocket these days, for a story I'll tell you about later, are the easiest ones to score from.
So McWaters is in the back pocket. So this time they elected to go short out of the full-back position. So normally teams will give you the first one. Now he's going to come down the line, hugging the boundary. But man in front there, Pierce Seymour.
Yes, yep. A man I once accidentally referred to as Piss Seaman.
He did.
Looks for in the pockets on air. Beautiful pick. There, Davis rolls into the fence there, gets a little help along, and he's going to have a shot 45 metres out from the light tower pretty much. And this is, again, it's a tough kick, but a much easier pocket to kick from. I reckon there's a slight inclination.
Just a little thing. The shortest man on the field, Alex Mackay, is the guy on the mark. Now, that's only a 1%er, but why would you have the shortest man on the mark? And I was looking at him earlier. He was getting the Payneham Norwood side of packs when he wasn't manning up, but as you see there, easy to kick it over the top of his head.
Look at that. Oh, just across the beautiful looking kick, wasn't it?
Was.
Looked like it was going through.
But have a look at the mismatch there. So here they come straight down the ground, straight to Menzel. Yeah, so he's looking out to the side. He wants run from his players. He's looking at, he's probably going to go down the wing. Yeah, low penetrating kick. Doesn't hit anyone. Payneham Norwood Union have cut off a few now.
Good looking kick, but it actually wasn't an effective kick. So Payneham, they should Repeat forward entry here. Jolly will fly. The big man sliding across in front is Davis. Big pack of players. Tea Tree Gully with the ball at ground level. Spill it out. Bobbing round. Ball could just. There's McKay. Yeah, great release handball. Here come the Gullies. Tony Hill. Cam Tiggerman. You're on.
Tiggerman. Now, he was the antagonist last week. He needs to focus on his football. He's looking outside. He's going to run. He's going to get himself in trouble. No. Nice play there. He's picked the player out on the wing.
Yeah.
He's missed the target, but away they go.
Spittle.
Now. They're free. Spittle it is. Nice kick inside 52 on one.
Not a nice
and
kick,
the big fella there.
Terrible kick for Persinos. So Persinos, you need to put it in front of him, and he's put the ball up for. And Persinos is another very small man, but very effective player. And here's Seymour. Watch him swing onto the left for a 65-metre punt down the line. Look at that kick.
Have a look at
down
that.
to Jolly. Why wouldn't you? 3-on-1 though. Payneham have got to be better than that. They've got to be aware.
And this is Mashota. It is. Very close to the bend line and just putting it over. So let's see them set up here. There's a little bit going on there after there with Jolly and Mashota, and I'd be walking away from that champ.
Jolly just letting him know about the clanger there, the handball clanger, and some of the crowd down there just saying, welcome to Payneham, Mr. Moscotta.
There's a Payneham Norwood player on his own at the back of this pack, but ball dropped short and bought the ground again down. Let's see them set up on this ball.
They had two out the back there waiting.
Yes.
Oliver Pride just sneaking around the back there.
Once again, all the players on this half of the ground. The centre square is absolutely free, and often we were told follow the umpire around. The umpire is free on his own there. So call of ball from the crowd as the ball trying to just bundle it out. And it's been turned over 3 or 4 times now. Tea Tree Gully have tried to clear it. It's been turned around.
Chase Bauer, apologies, I got your name wrong. You'd be upset with that. And
Forster
just sitting
in the
on
middle
top
there,
of it.
taking it in the back, body over the ball. Ball up right at centre half forward here for Payneham Norwood Junior, although the full forward's right up. There is another one in the square there. So player on his own here. Look at Kristen Rocky just took him down. Yep.
Dangerous play there on the Harley Heaven firm scoreboard.
There's Tiggerman in front.
Trailing by 2 points. Tiggerman, gets the ball out wide. Here they come over across. It was Asprey, was it? Looking for Persinos. That's a better kick to Persinos. In front, swings on the left. He looks for Spittle. No, it's Melville. And that's a big match up there. Seymour on Melville. Seymour will push off him and try and get some of that ball. But Melville, one thing we know for sure, he's a beautiful kick for goal from the old Tommy Javor pocket. They're now calling it the Jack O'Leary pocket because something happened near the pigeon shed with a bird.
Well, he's run around. Around he comes. I'll tell you what, he's popped it through.
He had no trouble at all.
With a bird?
Well, it's the pigeon shed. It's where the pigeon shed is, and Jack loves the birds. Of course, he's a bit of an ornithological fan, and he had a bird down there one night, and he was playing with it. So. Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about feathered variety?
A pigeon.
Okay.
Played in the winning grand final here, and one of the players had a shot at goal, and actually was a left footer, and it went out and hit that shed, and we said, well, at least they can't say you can't hit the side of a barn, because he did. Right. Missed it by a long shot, but that was a great goal. Melville was going to give him a target up front, and you see the Gullies there, they moved the ball quite quickly into the forward line, even though that lead was wide. He knew his capability, swung around and kicked the goal, so they've answered there. Well, they're in front at the moment.
Approaching 9 minutes into this first quarter.
We did allude to the fact it's a fast track, and I think once the game opens up a bit, we're likely to see 15 goals probably for both teams today.
And just quickly, the Gullies have already done 3 changes on the interchange, so we see Sinclair now in the ruck, and this was one of the things last week. He tends to tap behind, around, whatever. That's all fine, but tee you on ball is what you're going to do. So we'll see them in the middle here.
Rock hard in the middle today,
Can't
Tony.
get over the top. Yeah, Hanson, he's a big solid lad too, isn't he?
Yeah, did a pre-season with Glenelg a couple of years ago. Former Flinders Park boy. He's really adjusted well to Div 1 footy. Does give first use to the on-ballers.
And he's looking at the body first and puts his body in. Pushes it to his on-baller, who's pushed over by McKay. McKay's been flattened there by the ruckman, just in back play there.
You're going to get grazed in that centre pitch today.
You can actually see where it is. It looks to me like the council have watered it and rolled it, which is good because it was not looking great the other night. But
so feels for the body first, Hanson, but over the top was Sinclair. It's just dragged forward, they're bundled along, and Dylan Schoenmakers that is, applying a tackle. So they're right on the point of the square here, Tea Tree Gully end. Kicking to the right of screen, up it goes over the top. Sinclair just reaches over, bundled out of the pack. Player in front, Melville again, screws it around. A bit of a up and down
really good kick.
McKay it is. McKay.
Lifted the eyes there, didn't he? He just swung it around the corner, so really good.
And I tell you what, a week's a long time in football, boys. Last week it was 7 degrees and pouring with rain. The breeze was actually froze one of my testicles off, and now it's a beautiful day. McKay will line up from 40 metres out directly in front and probably pop it through.
Yeah, word under Trent Melville there. He lifted his eyes, saw the
especially after snapping the first one from there. He might have been tempted, but McKay...
So dead in front.
Lovely looking kick. Goal umpire says that'll do, Mac.
Yeah,
That's his
well
second.
done.
He celebrated like he's just won lotto. He doesn't mind a bit of a celebration,
they're
Max.
up and about, aren't they? I think they realise how important, we alluded to that at the start of the game, how important for both teams this game is. And Tea Tree Gully there, just quick entries into the forward line. Melville, the fortunate, I think he knew what he was doing there. He put it quite high to the shortest man on the ground, but McKay was up to it, took the grab and kicked the goal. And there, they probably need another 2 or 3 like that. So we've got McKay, we've got Spittle in the middle.
So who are the 2 goals kickers so far? We've got McKay,
Melville.
one and Melville one, yeah.
So Sinclair, just as I was talking about that, tries to tap it back behind him. Gullies pop it up just on the half-back flank here or towards the wing. Way out in front is our man with the suntan. Tapping along, and he's tried to...
Stent versus Wagner there, good battle. Just getting a foot in there nicely there was Tommy Wagner. Just pushes it down, leading it out of the way. It's Josh Pinchy Donahue. Haven't seen much of Pinchy just yet today, but he'll come into the game, I have no doubt. And
it was good last week, kicked 4, I think, Pinchy.
Yeah, on a day where there wasn't many goals kicked, it was crucial. We're going to have scores from out of grounds, PAC versus Ross Trevor. That game is huge, especially if Gullies do get over Payneham today.
Hope Valley's B grade into the grand final.
Yeah, we've got a lot of scores to come from out of grounds at the moment, though. This game's pretty hot, so we're just following this one. McKay, it has to be McKay at the bottom of the pack, surely. No, it's not.
Well,
someone else
on a little bit.
burrowing in, and there's a bit of... These two teams play each other. They tend to play each other 3 times a year, so they know each other pretty well, and they have some real good contests. Of course, Payneham have won the last 3 between these 2 teams.
Sinclair couldn't quite get to that, and the big fella there, Jay Hansen, absolutely punched it into someone with a falcon. Just watch this boundary throw, and the last one dropped short. The ruck seemed to be right back, so there's no one behind the ruckman here, but the throw-in just drops a bit short. There it is. Big push out the back now. Payneham Norwood Union. They're going to come into the guts of the ground. That's a great one-handed mark.
And really good play by Chachi, Paul Lowe there. Of course, one of our close friends on there who's helped us out a few times with some media work, Paul Lowe.
Good.
Yeah, in and under play. Just gets a quick kick. Doesn't get his ambitions and capabilities confused. Gets it forward and in front. The experience of an Alex Fawcett. I reckon he might be winded though. Looked like the knees might have fallen onto him in the contest as he came through. And I tell you what, when you're 35, 40 metres out in a side angle on daylight today, you get up and you take the kick, I reckon. Just
that was
dusting it off.
That advantage of playing in front, I keep saying it, you'll never make up that. Yeah, you'll never make up that 1 metre, but that ball came in low and hard. He took that in the one wing and had the player land on top of him, virtually crushed him. But he's got back up to have a shot.
Would he be 6'3", TJ? 6'3"?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how tall he is, mate. I could Google him.
What's he like as a kick, TJ? Talk us through it.
Well, mate, this is the first time since 2001 I haven't seen Payneham play an A-grade game this year. I've been off with hose every year. So, I mean, I really can't tell you. He played premiership team for North, so he can probably kick.
Yep. Runs in, very straight with the run in, just swings it out a little bit, but
hits the post. He kicked 9 last week, so he can certainly kick him, but he didn't kick that one and costly miss.
A little bit of a limp.
4 points for Payneham now. 4 points plays 2-1 on the Harley Heaven Firm scoreboard. At how far in are we? 13-minute mark, first quarter.
So Ryan Spittle's free out here on the half-back line.
50.
Just on this kick in, but just over 50. That's just a huge pack. That's really a 50-50 kick, and they're going to mop this up. And Patrick Sanzo it is,
But good smothered.
Now they run. Look at the Gullies. 3 or 4 of them in a line here. They need one more to get it out, and they can't get it out to Menzel. There he is after it.
Yeah, good smother from Zach McKay then.
Yeah. And he's on it. So Zach McKay it is. And they've got players loose here. It's going to be all Gullies. They should be able to work it all the way down for a shot. Another player loose. Just forward of the play.
He's back on.
But well read there. Good play by the Payneham defender. Looked like he got a clothesline, but never mind. Moving on, Zach McKay. Quick kick inside, inboard. Running out with a head of steam. That was Paddy Sanzo, but a quick snap.
Great kick. Oh.
Well, right on the line. Here's Orcello. Should rush it through and does.
That was Jack Asprey's done the check side, and the crowd celebrated here, but it wasn't quite through. And
yes, Jack
fortuitously pushed over the
bit of mail on
sideline.
Jack Asprey, Tony. They're listed as a country bumpkin, Jack Asprey.
Oh, this is the lad from last week. Yeah, look at that kick. What a mongrel kick off the boot, but it's gone 60 metres.
Yep.
Gullies mop it up. They've got the spread.
Yep.
They're going around and around and around. They've got a player here on their own again, but he's just gone bomb. Where's Melville? There he is.
Seymour
front of the pack. 2 on 1.
Flies, doesn't take the mark. Here's Tiggerman and Melville. Oh!
He's giving it back.
Thank God.
Each other.
They found a way. A quick snap there. Looked like Personos in the pocket. Might have been Menzel, but it is out, high, wide and handsome, out in the full. So thoughts, feelings and emotions early in the game, Luke Hosey. It's settled a little bit. It's Tea Tree Gully by 2 goals. They just seem to be spreading a little bit better from the contest for mine.
Yeah, they are. There isn't a lot in it. I mean, Payneham would kick 4 points. Gully's 2-2, so 4 scoring shots each. And it's only indicated by that 10 points, but both it's pretty. It's 50-50 split really at the moment. Who's had the most footy?
Payneham take the ball in, looking long for Hanson. Ball will spill to the back. It does. Here we go, Allegio down to full forward. Tea Gully in position A. They should take the mark. Oh, tripped on a shadow there. He wouldn't want to see that one again. Docky Brus. Oh, hot. Jolly chases down. Good chase. Jolly causes the ball to be a high up and under kick. Wagner flies, but again, Tea Gully with the numbers. Over to you, Tony Neal.
Yeah, Zach McKay, it is. I'll tell you what, he's taken him on. He's had a bounce. He's trying to kick this long, but couldn't quite get it over the top of the play there.
Quarter, Zach McKay.
Gianni there it is. Straight into the middle.
Giannini,
switch. Giovanni, is it?
To Christian Rook, the big buff Christian Rook looks for Davis, doesn't quite get it. Still at ground level, fighting hard. Again, Tea Gully with the numbers in support. At the pack will clear.
Working well on numbers in that back half, aren't they?
Yeah, switch of play. They do run and carry well. We've noticed. But I tell you what, Payneham Norwood Union are up to it. Flick over the top. Here they come. Yeah.
Well, they got the spare here.
Ansell not quite getting it. They should get it here. Low just overruns the ball. And again, Luke Hosey, just as they clear the ball, we talked about could their defence be the Achilles heel of Tea Gully. If they work back in numbers like that, they're gonna have a numerical advantage.
Working in numbers,
and they'll be too good.
Just while you're calling that, boys, I see Forster has actually come up after that grab, and he's not looking good at all as he's just making his way slowly along
that last marking contest forward.
Yeah, and his hip, he's holding his hip, his hands on head, so he's got a bit of everything going on there.
Yes, of course. At quarter time, we're going to have Mark Wagner joining us, and plenty of scores from out of grounds. It's going to be packed filled with. Thanks to all our international. I know Gavin Roberts, former Fremantle player, Payneham player, is listening overseas. So g'day, Gavin. G'day to Jeff Clark in Darwin, and plenty others listening around Australia. Plenty of Payneham fans. As Payneham get the ball moving.
New Zealand, we heard.
New Zealand. Yeah. Speaking of New Zealand, Paul Lowe just gets the ball there. My sister in America, sometimes she listens, I think. Well,
Blake,
who knows?
I got told that Blake Penny's grandmother's listening in New Zealand.
Is she single? Too much? As we're just going to have a ball in 45 metres around from the Payneham goal. Of course, Payneham kicking to the Hydro Smart end, trailing at the moment by 10 points.
And the ruckmen go at it, and just on that last rucking, Hanson just collapsed with the Gully player over the top of him. That time it was a 50-50. I'll tell you what, they move it nice looking, little little chip kick, wasn't it, by the young player there. He only looks young, and just wait for this lad to turn around. He's 40 out.
Tommy Wagner.
Tommy Wagner. Tommy Wagner's played
45 out.
Played every game this year, Tommy Wagner, which is fantastic.
He was good last year too.
Got a new nickname for him as well. Testicles? No, sorry, that's Tentacles. Tentacles. He's got the long arms, the 18-year-old. He might be 19 now. His dad will be joining us at quarter time, so let's hope he kicks it.
So he's just waltzing in. He's a left footer as well. I hope he's a left-footed ball. There's a few out there. Drops it.
Nice looking kick.
No, it was just the hand to foot was a long time there, and
missed a few shots, haven't they? 5 points.
Former A-grade vice captain Matty Smith just walking past us as well. There's plenty of royalty here, giving me nothing.
So the Gully's long, low penetrating kick.
No, he could kick this. He's a huge. Yeah, he just chips to the pocket, pokey little kick, and mark taken. Big tentacles Wagner. He'll have another go from here. And I tell you what, as a left footer myself, this is where you have your shots at training. You can get a little bit of fade and draw, and he might just put it at the right post, and it might draw into the left. God willing. Otherwise, we're going to kick 6 points.
Pierce Seymour all the way down there from fullback.
Yeah, that's what he's probably going to try and do to Melville. Take him away from where he feels most comfortable. So, good move. He's just poked at it too hard and has pushed it right across, and it's all Tea Gully, Tony.
Seymour's kept that in, and Penny it was. Now it's just dribbled over. It was interesting, as I was watching, the other Tea Gully ruckman was coming off as well. So they've had both of them on the ground at one point, Jake Sinclair and Penny's down there at the moment, and the big fella Nick Jolly's come in to compete with him. He's going to just put the body in, bang he goes, takes it out of the air, quick snap over the left shoulder, and unfortunately just off, he knew exactly what he was doing in that ruck contest. He just said, well, you bump into me, I'll take the ball. So out they come the Gullies, straight kick down the ground, and that's Daniel Claby taking the ball. Now he's looking around, he wants to spread. This way, that way. He's got McKay out here on his own, but quickly the Payneham players get to him. Contest. Down it comes, out it comes. Now, Matthew Stenton is running. Kick into the forward line, but player in front there for Payneham Norwood Union. Number 21 is Patrick Sanzo. Couldn't quite get it out. Big bump there coming in and taken by one arm. Gets
Dylan
it out right into the middle of the ground here, Luke Hosey.
Yeah, that they are, and is Dylan Orcello again. He's leading with his header a bit here, and the umpire's not having a bar of it, so we can have another ball up.
And she's a little bit...
we've gone 20 and a half minutes into this first quarter. So Big Jay Hansen locking arms with Blake Penny. Good tap away from Penny. Lead up kick, and he's found that man.
Wagner's been good, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been really good.
These conditions like one-on-one here. Here it is, the big man out of position slightly. Good position though, ground level. Or might have been taken without the ball. Maybe I'm a bit biased, but
I'll tell you what, they might have another player injured here. He looks like he's got a bit of a corky there. He's carrying himself. Geez, that was good play by Payneham Norwood Union.
Here we come again.
Here they go.
They're locking the ball in well across that that half-back middle of the ground.
Adam Machota gets it across to Asprey. It is. Runs around this way, that way. Just that's got to hit the target, son.
Here we go.
Because there's what happens.
Davis. Jolly at ground level. Snap over the head, and we've kicked our 7th point.
He's kicked that out into the trees.
Had any chances? 7 points to 2-2. So
you've been around a long time, Hose. Like against a team like Tea Gully, you can't afford to kick 7 points, can you?
No, and probably 4 of them being very gettable.
So Huggett it is. Just having a look at the kicking. So there's one player out here, but I don't think he's going to use him short, and the rest along. So if they kick to a 50-50, they're playing in the Payneham Norwood Union's hands. So he's looking, few leads come now. Now he's gone outside the 50-metre arc to a one-on-one with the ruckman, and reaching over the top there was Matthew Nye. Ball just right outside there.
Jay Hansen
taken there. And I'll tell you what, for McKay, he's done well to hold him up there with that tackle. Little fella versus the big bloke. So we'll see the ball up on that far side now on the wing. Beautiful sunshine here.
Payneham in the last 7 or 8 minutes, but haven't capitalised on the scoreboard. So
this is exactly what I was talking about last week. Penny's won that tap, but tapped it
Wagner again. That's his 4th mark.
Yeah, he's been going well.
He took that at its highest point too, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But the last 6 or 7 minutes, he's had about 6 or 7 possessions. He's been really good.
You can see why they call him tentacles. So he gets those long arms up at its highest point, very hard to stop.
It isn't testicles, it is tentacles.
It is tentacles.
And there's another player limping off now that's got a corky from about 2 minutes ago.
Talked about this earlier on. That ground is hard in the middle. It's going to be a lot of injuries, and I'll tell you what.
He took a decent knee
Wagner from 50,
to the hip.
Crosses the line, gives it a ride. Maybe. No.
Just offline.
8 points, Payneham. I don't know. Teams tend not to win games of footy where you kick the first 8 points, but
often it comes back to haunt them because there's a history that says Gullies will go back and go down and score a goal.
Yeah, yes.
So just a one-step kick,
McKay.
30 metres. McKay, he's going to drag the player, and he does. Gives it to a taller player. Nice kick along the wing there. Asprey, his half-back flank. Looked inside. Dangerous kick from there.
Probably find Miller here.
Going to have to come down the wing. There it is.
He's just gone down the line. Smart way to go.
Yeah, Geordie Miller. Loves red square, Geordie Miller, I'm told. Still, I didn't know that existed till this morning when I spoke to one of his teammates.
Yeah, I haven't been to Russia, but heard it's a beautiful place. So in it comes Spittle.
Notice something about Spittle very quickly. Has a very long neck, I was told today by one of his teammates. I'd never noticed. Bit of a giraffe about him. But anyway, back to the play.
Okay, Huggins got it. That was a minus 10 metre play, but he's come down from half back to half forward. Melville just smothered there. He's never going to get near it. At Penny it was. Now Tiggerman dragged to the ground as he gets a handball
out.
McKay,
bang, tackle by Rook. You're not going anywhere.
Poor handball really got him, put him under pressure, didn't it?
Trying to run
bit of a panic handball almost.
Out of a tackle.
It was one of those chaos handballs, get rid of it.
Christian Rook definitely put on a few kg since Nord. Probably not muscle either. But anyway.
Sinclair and Hansen go up.
Oh, misses the tackle.
Comes away. Has he got a right foot?
Gets it
squared inside. Big push in the back.
How is that not hands in the back?
Payneham Norwood Union got the numbers down to the wing. Bounces through. Paul Lowe.
Charchie Lowe to his best mate, Liam Davis. LD. Lowe to Davis. We've seen that before. Davis opening, crossing 50. Time for Think Music. Looks for Wagner. Not quite.
Couldn't quite find him.
Well, deliberately walking it through there was Daniel Claby.
9 points.
Just plays on immediately.
Double figures.
Pulls it out. Nice strong mark there by Ryan Spittle.
Good release. Oh, gone, son.
There. Sherman Waters.
Great tackle.
Yeah, the ball knocked out. That should be. Oh, he's hurt too. I reckon he got one in the Jats crackers.
And that was holding the ball too.
He's hit one of his nuts has moved. It's in his throat.
You're looking for one after.
And look at that Huggard limping as well. I'm telling you, this is a hard bruising game today already. As the ball right in front of us, they'll fly. Seymour just pushes his opponent under the play, concedes the free. Umpire says nothing doing. Here he is, Orcello, that long lock.
High and up and under.
Here's Wagner. Oh, he flies. Ball spills. Here we go. Into open goal. Not passes off. Pitchy Donahue to Jolly. And I'll tell you what, Jolly be nervous. When you got
just
9
go back
points.
And settle.
Will the siren go? Possibly. It's 26 minutes gone. 9 points on the board. Lining up 20 metres out on a reasonably acute angle. he'll put this into the middle of the trees. We just need it to be the right tree from a Payneham point of view.
And I'll tell you what, he ran to space there, he ran to the fat side for that player's foot, so he just led perfectly for that one, and he was about 10 metres in front.
And
there
he puts it through. Look at
Pretty
him
happy
celebrate
about
the
it.
big fella right in the tree. We've lost the ball. We don't care because it's PNU by a point. On the Harley Heaven Firm scoreboard, PNU 1 goal 9, Teachery Gully 2-2. And at the end of the day, you'd have to say Payneham probably controlling half-forward area, just unable to convert, Tony.
Yeah. 12 minutes. The last 12 minutes of this quarter they've owned. But they just haven't converted.
I've been impressed when Teachery Gully have had the ball. They haven't been able to get a coast-to-coast. Payneham Norwood Union either break it down on the half-back line or the half-forward line. They turn it over and they play to their advantage. I'll tell you who else has been really good for them is number 13, Dylan
Orcello. Yeah,
he just goes, doesn't he?
Yes, we're very lucky to have him, and he's on Tiggerman as well. I really like that matchup.
Absolute jet.
Did hear a rumour today that Port Adelaide did contact him this year, and he said no, as he just takes front position off Tiggerman.
Yep.
Follows up, good play Orcello, and the ball.
The Magpies, you meant?
Yeah. I was offered. It was offered a spot as a top up. No. Allowed to train at Payneham and turn it down, which is good for Payneham, obviously.
So, a lot of players around the ball here. There's another group just in the centre of the ground, and then 2 forwards down forward for Payneham Norwood Union. And the Gullies have just got a 1 out in their goal square, and the rest of the players here are all around the ball within about 20 metres. So, as you see, that tap out comes long. Gullies are first to it, handball backwards, hug it is this way, that way. He still doesn't know how to spend it. He's going to just about be too far. He's come to the half-forward flank, almost
Spittle
here.
You can tell by the neck. Now I see the neck. Now he's up close. That is a fair extension on the old shoulders.
So the spit goes down, misses the target. That's
bang! Oh, that's going to hurt.
Rotten. Yep.
Right on the siren. His head has planted in the ground. I'm sure Jono got that one beautifully. Not actually malicious, just a physically strong tackle. McKay comes in and hits him in the back. That's not real brave.
There wasn't anything malicious in it, I didn't think.
It is a contact sport. It would have hurt, but the young fella, he's got up, he's fine. That's Jordan Miller. Of course, Jordan Miller,
I think the umpires have handled that well. There's 2 of them within 10 metres and there was no reporter or anything. I mean, it was just a great tackle, I thought.
Chase Bauer, the man they call sexual because he's smooth, has hit a real good tackle, and he'll look forward to watching that later on. And, well, good play there by Chase, good strong football, and that's the kind of day it is. As Justin Bishotti just has a quiet word to the umpires, that could lighten the wallet pocket. But what we've got here, Tony, is a strong physical bruising contest. Just give us your thoughts on the first quarter, then we join by Mark Wagner.
Yeah, I'd just like to say good to see Jordan Miller get back up there, but probably my impressive play there was Orcello. Number 13, and the big fella up forward, Nick Jolly as well, really done well there. So the Gullies, as we expect, Mackay around the middle. I'll tell you who's been a little bit quiet for me was Menzel. He's probably had 4 or 5 touches, but just his 2 shots that haven't quite got there. You know when you're having an off day, these things, but he's probably that quality player he can pick up. So yeah, that's how I see it at this place. But a good spread from Payneham Norwood Union. They're hard at it. Home game.
Yep.
As I said before, turnover after turnover. The Gullies haven't got it from one end to the other in a coast-to-coast yet.
No, it hasn't. We're going to be joined by, just quickly, goal kickers while Mark Wagner joins us. Have a seat, Mark. Chuck that on. Goal kickers for Teachery Gully. It was Alex McKay with 1, Trent Melville with 1, and for Payneham it was Nick Jolly with 1. Ironically enough, Gullies with more goal kickers, but Payneham do lead by a point on the Harley Heaven Firm scoreboard as 1-9 plays 2-2. Just before we throw to Wags, anything from you? You didn't call from Andy Graham. You're not going to take that, are you? No.
Not a chance in hell.
Okay, so we've got past players, lots of past players that do the rounds at Payneham. They're always here, and one of them we're joined by right now is Mark Wagner. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you very much, Tommy.
Great to have you, mate. Now, of course, we haven't just got you here for your playing exploits, but your son's out there. 19-year-old, is he now?
No, he's actually 20.
He's 20 now, sorry.
In June, he turned 20, and
20-year-old Tommy Wagner. Yeah,
outstanding first quarter.
See what we're going to.
Yeah, he took a few grabs, which is good, and
just couldn't quite finish him off, could he?
Oh, look, I couldn't tell you how many times he's had shots at these goals, and he shouldn't be making mistakes like that, really, should he, Tommy?
We didn't in our day.
I'll blame his mum for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And young Maxie Wagner, what's he up to now? 18s or 16s? Or?
Yeah, well, he's played quite a few reserves.
Yeah.
I was going to say Magoos, but you won't allowed to call that the Magoos anymore.
Why not?
Well, I don't know.
Politically correct.
It's a club. The club thing. We won't go into that.
Yeah. Now,
so they played a few in the Bs, but
coming along nicely. Tell us a little bit. You've seen more of obviously I'll get around to all the other guys. Haven't seen a lot of Payneham this year. Tell us a little bit about the way Payneham have gone about it. Any key players that you've seen this year?
I think overall they've had some great contributors, and And again, I think a lot of good young players, and it's mixed quite well, and certainly look like they've got a lot of forward depth in the side, and as we know, a very good back line, and I think, I'd rate them anyway this year for sure.
Best team you've seen, taking Payneham out of the equation, Ross Trevor, the best team you've seen this year?
Unfortunately, on both occasions, I didn't see Ross Trevor.
Might have been a good day, though we did lose them both.
Yeah, so. Actually, I don't think it was great for us. I was away for whatever reason. Holidays, I think.
Yep.
Get out of the cold.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about some of the key drivers and the Payneham past players. Obviously, I'm now officially a past player, but I look forward to being a drunk on the balcony with you boys. But who's been in good form lately?
Well, there's a host of people that think they're in good form. I think overall, some of our playing ability certainly gets a lot better as the afternoon goes across, and it's actually very nice to see a lot of the past players here all the time, and most of them are in great form.
I'm sure a lot of them will listen to this later on because they probably don't know how to operate Facebook, but someone will show them. Who was the best past player that's here today, that played for Payneham? Who was the best?
Oh, the best player? Oh, that's here. I think undoubtedly I'd say Scotty Darrington at this stage, but we could fold it on a few areas. We might not go into that, but I think the ones that are here or represented it, I suppose.
Fred Campbell kicked 12 in a game once.
Yeah, but that might have been for Kensington.
It was, yeah.
14, wasn't it? 13? No,
yeah.
I think it could have been Payneham.
So
he did kick 10 for Payneham, so I reckon that Freddie, there's no doubt about Freddie's overall talent, but he just couldn't kick very well.
No. Can drink though. Does prop the bar up just nicely.
Oh, well, that's what would be one of his strengths, yes.
Right, where can Payneham win the game today? What's going to be the key for you?
Oh, geez, look, I'm really impressed with Tea Tree Gully. I think they're a really good side. Looking around and looking at their list, it's good, and it's really hard to say where we could possibly win, but at the moment I would suggest we got more of the ball, and if we can keep going with that and
kick straight, obviously, yeah. But if you're having 10 shots at goal a quarter, you win footy.
Well, I think that could be the key, and I think we need to win. So, let's start lighting it up from here, I did say.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful place to be on the balcony at Payneham today. Thanks for joining us, Mark Wagner.
Thank you.
Hopefully this young fella kicks a bag, and make sure you send over that drunk Fred Campbell.
I'll set Freddie over, and Tommy's coming at 3/4 time.
Yeah, Freddie at half time, Tommy at 3/4 time. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Luke, just give us...
which is the...
None of them, mate. Give us your thoughts and feelings on the first quarter, and I'll get the page up for you.
All right. Payneham owned the quarter. Payneham have owned the quarter. Were very, very good during that quarter. There was an inaccurate kicking from Payneham. It's really cost them. Should have probably turned 4 or 5 goals in front, but didn't. Gully's probably the first 6 or 7 minutes of the quarter put on their 2-2. After that, it was all Payneham. Gullies have got to find a way to just limit the chances that Payneham are getting in their forward half.
Yeah, home game. They, as I said, their turnovers. Look, it was interesting. Just while Mark was on, I was watching the 2 breaks, and Tea Tree Gully pretty much stayed together for the whole time with the coach addressing. It was a really long address. Payneham Norwood Union break into 2 groups, and the assistant coaches did a lot of the work, and Gary McIntosh was walking around just one-on-one, which is really good coaching, one-on-one with the players. Yep. I don't know, though, with Macca, whether if he looked at you in the eye and started coming towards you, I reckon the ears would prick up and you'd just say, I'm listening 100%. Then he addressed the group, so we'll see what happens here. Up it goes in the middle. Hanson it is, just winning the tap forward. Payneham Norwood Union forge forward again now. Good take there, but just hit the ground with a handball. But McKay it is there, over the top. Running straight through the middle pretty freely, actually. Delivers the half-forward line. Not being able to get up in the air there was Ryan Spittle. So the ball to ground now. Desperate
Pierce
play.
Seymour attack on the footy.
Is that Asprey? He's missed it. Threw the head in the air. As soon as he kicked that, he threw the head in the air there, Luke.
Yeah, out in the full. He shanked it, didn't he? Out of bounds on the full there in the rightful forward pocket. Heading to the Hydrosmart end of the ground, or the northern end of the ground.
Yeah, so Payneham Norwood Union, I reckon he's going to get caught on that side with the ball. There's not much happening on this side of the ground, so he's going to go long down the wing. He's got a fairly decent kick. Look at that. He's got down almost the wing, but that's a good grab there, and that's Schoenmakers it is. So they're going to attack again. No, the umpire must have been touched, so he's calling for a ball up. A few players pointing and carrying on. There's only one umpire. So ball about to come in for 2 ruckmen. Now, once again, have a look. There's no one behind the ruckman as this ball comes in. They run forward for it anyway, so Penny tries to give a big slap. Third man up was Christian Rookie. Ball comes to a big pack out the back. Hubbard it is, one step and just bombs that up in the air. Melville, out he comes. Oh, unable to take it. Through the hands it slips. Ball on the ground now, bobbling around, and the umpire will come in and throw up. So Melville's obviously the target up forward, and that was just a straight lead out in front there, Luke Hosey.
Yeah, it was. Gully's opened this quarter rather well. They did in the first quarter as well. So, yeah, they're going to have to put a few goals on, I would have thought.
So Menzel bought the ground. Just square of this pack, about 30 metres this side, is Tigerman on his own. Probably the target if they can get it to him. Ball bobbling around. McCade is just down.
Shows his class every time he gets the ball, Menzel.
Yeah. Look at Tigerman. He's just throwing the arms in the air there. He's out of here on his own.
Bit of an antagonist.
There's a free kick. Yeah, free kick he was too last week, yes. So
can be at times.
I reckon that's, is that Menzel there with the ball?
I think it is.
Just as you've called it, with the green boots. There's a few of them wearing them, but let's just wait and see.
See the Menzel or Spittle from the, looking from here, we can't see the number, but yeah, Menzel or Spittle. Very deliberate set shot.
Spittle is a right footer, yeah. Comes in a little bit of a stutter.
Got
leans
it.
Back, and he's kicked it. Yep, straight through.
I think it's Spittle, mate.
I think you're correct. He's a little bit lighter. But look, nice walked in, straight kick. Picked the free kick up. I couldn't see what it was for because there was a big pack out there. And I'll tell you what, that's just
Ryan Spittle.
One of those damaging little goals that they probably that they needed.
He becomes the third goal kicker for Gullies.
Yep.
So Spittle, Melville, and Alex Mackay.
Yeah. So 3 goals 2 to 1 goal 9. On the Harley Heaven and Firm scoreboard.
Sorry, boys, I'm back. Just dealing with a few technical issues. Make sure all our viewers are here, including Chris Shades Oakley, as Tea Tree Gully take the ball, looking for Melville. Good spoil. Here come Payneham out of defence. Who kicked the last goal, boys? I missed it. Haggard. Was it? No, Spittle.
Yep.
All right. Carry on, Tony.
So now we see Tea Tree Gully turning it over. Tended to happen in the last quarter of Payneham Norwood Union. Now Tea Tree Gully doing it. So Norwood Union now come out with it. Got it across to Sanzo. Now, this could be the first bit of play this side. No, they've elected to go the other side. Doesn't matter because there's no wind out there. On the left foot, runs. Geez, he's got a nice kick, hasn't he, TJ?
Yeah, beautiful kick. There's a few league clubs looking at that, boy.
Fresh air, yeah.
But that was
Penny
his best.
Yep. Penny over, Tea Tree Gully players now streaming forward, that player off the half back line, but he's kicked it pretty wide. Melville just gets a punch in, big tackle there. I'll tell you what, this is a fantastic game. We saw a good first quarter, going to see pretty rugged, solid second quarter. Now, once again, for those watching, all the players on one half of the ground sideways, across that side of the ground, so coming through, gutsy play, there was Thomas Bilby. Haven't called him much today.
Yeah, basically for our viewers, we can say they're within a quarter of the oval.
Yep.
Really, yeah.
Just like a game of AFL. Ball high, wide and handsome. Ball will probably be escorted over the line by a couple of Gully players and Nick Jolly. And I'll tell you what, it's a rock-hard ground. Some of these boys are going to be struggling to walk on Monday. They certainly won't be walking with Elias. And,
I think most of the grounds today would have firmed up a bit after the week.
Yeah, but anyway, we keep battling on, and a week off will be very handy next week. Who knows who's going to have it? As a long way away from us. I might get on the binos as we'll get 60 metres around from the Tea Tree Gully goal. Of course, that's the Hydra Smart end, Tony Neal.
And we can see with this umpire throwing it in, I mentioned before, he just tends to throw it in a little bit short. So the ruckman run in, and then really every tap has been in front. So taking play there, Schoenmakers, who picked up on that. And I'll tell you what, he's kicked that long into the goal square. And that's a nice one grab. How casual is that?
Yeah, he's just a natural talent.
He's taken the grab, taken one step and kicked it and wiped his hair as he's done it.
Yes, Giannini takes the ensuing kick in the back pocket.
Very good player, Jonathan Giannini.
Really good read, though, before there from Dylan Shire, because they find Ansell just slow playing it out of defence. It was, of course, Hanson that won the ruck. The back palm, as we saw so many times last week, this time for Payneham, and Schoenmakers running through the pace with pace, and that's how you break a line.
Haven't seen a lot of either Dylan or Chad Schoenmakers today.
No. Pack slides in, Payneham at the back. Here they go. They get the release here. Here's Donahue, the man we call Pinchy. Doesn't like it. We call him it. Looks for in front of Wagner. Wagner should have the pace here. Just pushing onto the ball. Grabbed.
Good recovery.
Yes, kept his feet. Crucial. Should look up and
great
find.
Kick. Well chopped off Matthew Stent.
Yeah, those long arms of his, Stent. He's a good footballer.
Great intercept mark, wasn't it?
Awful kick, though. Kicked it straight to two Payneham players. Rook comes through with a head of steam. Well done, Tea Tree Gully.
Payneham going to roll into an open goal there, and Stent with an intercept mark. So, yeah, great work.
Matthew Stent's come off the aeroplane, hasn't broken stride, got to the airport, came out here, put the jumper on, has not broken stride, and just got in and got a hand in.
Brilliant.
Turned it over. Anyway, ball, now it's over the back. Penny can't take it, so it's on the ground, bobbling around. Just a shuffle kick forward. Nice in front. There he is again. Payneham set up a little triangle, so they get it out the back, a hook around the corner, all gutsy play by McKay.
McKay, brilliant.
Running backwards.
Went and got his own ball again.
He took possession of a bouncy ball on a heavy track and did a spinneroonie and managed to...
Peter Personos. Yeah.
Oh, just up in the air, a little bit of an up and under, but he's there. Yep, there he is.
And boys, again, I'm obviously a Payneham man, but I'm going to pay tribute to Alex McKay at half back there. The only stat he gets is a handball, but he's taken possession going the wrong way, managed to take possession of the ball, controlling a bouncing difficult ball, releases the handball. And because everyone's running the other way, they break and they're going to have a shot in the goal square.
And we've got the walking encyclopedia, Mark Baylor, sitting there behind us.
They're all here. The rule book is here. So as he just pops it through as easy as you like there. Ryan Spittle, second goal for the quarter as well. Boys, just going to take a moment as it's Tea Tree Gully 4-2 to 1-9. We've got a whole bunch of scores from out of grounds, especially games that have already ended. C5, second semi-final, Pulteney, too good for Hope Valley. C4, second semi-final, Salisbury knock off Jeps Cross. C2, elimination final, Sacred Heart knock off Brighton. Div 7 reserves, Houghton are going to beat O'Sullivan's Beach. Div 4 reserves, Jeps are going to beat Smosh. Div 3 reserves is close, Scotch and North Haven, and it looks like Para Hills will beat Elizabeth in the 6 reserves at three-quarter time. A lot of scores. We have a lot more scores at half-time in depth.
We've got a stack of them.
We've got a good game on here, though. Scoreboard's asleep, but it should be 4-2 to 1-9 in favour of Tea Tree Gully.
So up it goes in the middle. Oh, getting high off the ground there was Hansen.
Did this in the first half. They Gullies kicked the first two and not sighted after the 10-minute mark. Good
take there, McKay. He's brought the ground, gets it over. Now they're going to run off the half-back line if he can just get away. There's the third runner now. Around it comes, and that was our young player, Miller, that was injured before. So, on the right foot, still gets it dumped after play. Here's Miller again.
Jesus Christ, looking like, take it high.
And a little bit high.
Yeah, Oliver Pride, good work.
Yeah, young Ollie Pride. They call him the better brother. Of course, brother of Harry Pride, who's at Mitcham now. He left there to play with some mates.
Did he? Okay.
Of course, Harry was a two-time premiership player.
I did see his name there.
Would be remiss of me not to mention as well done Wagner. Donahue as well. Just lowered his body there to get the high contact. I do like to call them, so to be fair. Big flyer, Davis. Hasn't been sighted much. No. Leggio, poor handball. Needed to hit the target. Here's Ansel on the fly.
Taken high.
Yes, and taken high and seen it again. Just taking possession.
He's been fairly quiet today, Big Davis, isn't he?
So it is the way in modern football, and I'm going to call it both ways because we call it on McKay regularly enough that players take possession and drop the level of their body to ensure they get the high contact.
Yeah, Alex is really good at it.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, have a kick again. Look, he looks a bit proppy, Ansel, but he's 45 out, is he? 45, maybe 50 metres out, kicking towards the Phoenix end.
Be kicking from 50, I think.
On a day like today, fast track, light ball, you can kick this.
Just have a look at Hansen just sneaking around on the 50 there with hands on hips.
You'd think he'd be
he doesn't think he's going to kick it.
I thought you were pointing towards the beautiful sky there. Give it to Seymour, that'll do.
Just
a bit slow.
That is great work from the Gullies defender there, who just pushed him off right. That was Pete Personos.
They've got to grab in the back pocket now. They come across ground. Little smother there. They're just going to get out of trouble. Maybe they're not. One, two, bang.
You're gone. Oh, dear.
Fire.
Jordan Miller.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Oh, lucky I'm not going to swear, I tell you.
He broke tackles there.
He tried to break 2 tackles and dropped it.
Oh, my God.
So up it goes. Ball to ground. Sinclair couldn't quite get
it.
In
fairness,
just a
that's
bang
the
on
only
the
shocking decision so far.
It's just one decision.
And now's the time to shine. Can't get to it. Nice reach over the top.
Great hands by Orcello. Great hands to control the ball, though. Yeah, well done. Jamo Bauer, fly, Jolly, 2 grabs, 3 grabs.
Oh, no, he hasn't paid that either. That's unbelievable. He's had a shock.
It's got to be. You've paid that at this level, surely.
At any level, mate. He's controlled the ball down.
A little bit closer, I guess, but
he's had a bad few minutes, this bloke.
So he says, I'll just stand here and go up as well, which he does. Tea Tree Gully, fumble there, can't get it out, or taken high in front of goal. No.
Boys, can I just play devil's advocate here, Luke? That's what annoys me about umpiring, is that if you duck your head and lower your body, you get the free kick every time. You lay a tackle on someone breaking tackles, no, play on.
Well, there was 2, Payneham should be going back for 2 sets on shots on goal now. There was a clear holding the ball and a very good mark to Nick Jolly.
Jamo Bauer just taken down in the tackle there. Yeah, and look, it's as you said, the umpires make mistakes. It's no big deal.
But just 2 in in the space of 30
I just get
seconds.
annoyed when people take the player on and then they call the ball up when.
So Sinclair's just won 2 taps in a row here for the Gullies. They actually got it about 40 metres out from where that last one. Asprey first the ball. Quick hands. McKay just a one step.
Clever.
Bang it down to win. Here comes Tigerman. He'll get it. Will he? No. Clever tap
Didn't
on.
take it, yeah,
Can he
good
keep
work.
it in play? Not quite, but the idea was there. And a player taken out by Melville just in the background there, and that was Oliver Pride, probably about 20 metres off the ball. So I don't think he'll retaliate. But it's interesting, there's been a bit more of a spread now when we see there's 8 players around the ball now, maybe 10. Ball comes in. Now this umpire throws it in a bit further, so it does go over the back, which is what I've been talking about. Bilby can't take it. Ball on the ground. The Gullies are out here. Back to McKay. One step again. Oh, scrubby kick in. And there it is. Menzel in front.
Menzel one out in front. The forward 50.
Just in front.
Boys, I've got to say it. T2 Gully midfield on top. McKay.
He comes off for rest.
Spittle, obviously. Stent's getting into it. Now you've got Menzel pushing forward. They're dominating.
Or Jello going back to pick up Menzel when he rolls forward.
And have a look at the Gullies
Payneham need
now.
a lift.
3 or 4 players coming off as we're commentating this goal, just as you said that, and this is what it's going to be today: the hydration, the war of attrition, a hard game, dry ground, hot weather, players maybe not 100% preparing.
Not the best set shot. He's a better kick on the run, so let's hope he doesn't put the mockers on me.
He's run wide, hasn't he?
And he has
hooked it.
Yep.
What a great piece of commentary by Tommy Javor. He is, as we talked about it last week, on the run he gets it to full flight, drops a gear, and it's just smooth. But when he takes the set shot, it's almost awkward. Almost.
Well, he tended to come out this side. I mean, obviously that's his kicking style, but he came out this side and then hooked it across the body.
Going to put the acid on the Payneham boys, I'm telling you right now. Nye, Giannini, Aleggio all need to lift. They need to take control of the midfield or we will not get over T2. They will not get over T2 Gully.
Just on 13 minutes gone in the second quarter.
They've done 2 kicks that have probably been 15-metre kicks, and they're still inside 50. Jack O'Leary it is.
The chainsaw, Jack O'Leary, the boy from the Pigeon Shed.
This is where Payneham lifted in the first quarter, though. They are in the back half of the first quarter, so,
Now, he's just pointed down the ground, indicated what he's going to do, and kicked straight to a 50-50, virtually given the ball up. The Gullies come back in. Quick chip over the court. Now they've got a player spare there. Couldn't quite get to it, run to it. Menzel around this way, that way. He'll hit a target here. Up goes number 8 there. Couldn't quite take it. Matthew Stent. Has he paid free kick or mark? It was on the mark.
It's a free kick. He's paid a free kick to Stent.
That was just in the contest. 2 players fairly going for the ball. So we'll see how Stent goes in front of goals now. He's been really what we'd call a little bit of charity as we see Tickerman coming off. So they're really calling the changes here, the Gullies. And Stent comes in now. Very straight with his run in. About 40. Oh, he's lifted the toe. It's floated. It's spun 3 times and it's gone through.
My grandpa always used to say, you don't look at the mantelpiece when you're stoking the fire, boys. As long as it goes through, that's all that matters. It's Stent's first, T2 Gully's 5th, and a worrying sign for Payneham that T2 Gully have kicked 3 in a row now. T2 Gully 5-3, play Payneham 1-9 on the Harley Heaven Firm scoreboard.
Might have been a bit unfortunate. Payneham should have had 2 set shots on goal. Gullies have rolled it forward and got given a dubious free kick from that goal to Matthew Stent. So, a little bit of luck playing their way as well.
And interesting, just looking at the forward line here, the Gullies are pretty much in a straight line, straight up and down the ground. There's no flanks or no wingers pretty much on this ball up.
Quick one, boys. Got a quick one. It's just Payneham go forward. Actually, I'll come back at a big score from Div 3. Long ball forward, but it's all Gullies back there. Half time in the second semi-final. Looks like Seaton Ramblers 7-3. Havens 2-2. Seaton Rambler maybe back in Div 2 after a few years in the wilderness. As T2 Gully go forward, Tony.
Bilby. Yeah, Bilby. It is one step on the left foot or just trying to get the umpire there was Menzel. Didn't chase at all. The ball comes out quite easily. The player's taking the mark there. He's taken off. Big Jolly. Gives the handball now. Now he's the full forward playing at centre half back. And there's a turnover again. So round on the left foot. Oh, he's going to get caught. No, he's not. Pushes off. He's run a long way. A long, long way. Puts it into centre half forward position. Melville can't get near it.
Bauer.
Today, 3-on-1.
Quick hands.
Menzel brings him to ground, and the umpire's just going to play a ball up 20 metres out from goal.
Yeah. Well done by Nick Jolly. They're trying to take the game on, trying to create something, get that run through the middle. They've got to do that, Payneham. You can't slow it down. It's fast footy.
He's in the ruck there, TJ, is he?
Yeah, he has run in the ruck all the time, yeah. Yep, very good, very useful ruckman. Not big on the jump, but you just simply can't outbody the big fella. The situation, there he goes, big fist, gets it forward. Again, he's the X factor. He's been thrown in there to create something, and he's got to release some of these runners. Some of these on-ballers are going to come with him. As Tea Tree Gully high up and under kick. Oh, look out, kid. He nearly got jollified. And the ball at ground level now. And that's what I'm talking about to you, Tony. The big fella, he might be 130 kilos, but at ground level he goes as hard as anyone. He puts in and he's really good below his knees.
So here he is in the ruck. Well, Sinclair over the top, taps it inside. That's where you want the ball to be. Taken high as the Tea Tree Gully player, but the umpire hasn't seen it. So another ball up in similar position, about 40 metres out on a slight angle. So can the Gullies, is there anyone swooping around? Sinclair just tries to punch it forward. That's a big packing. And there's your man Jolly just on the left foot strength, high up in the air. Over it comes now. There's the other ruckman, Penny there. It's punched Payneham Norwood Union's
Paynham's half. No one.
And Cameron Sandico it is.
Docky Bruv
Out he
gets
goes,
the ball
yeah. Just bouncing in front of Hubbard there. One bounce, two bounce. He's got the run of it. Oh, he's corralled and he's taken the ground. That is a fantastic tackle.
Oh, no.
Chase Bauer, you're kidding.
I don't know.
It was out of bounds, was it? He must have taken it over. Corralled, stepped over, taken the ground.
Surely it's a free.
No. Umpire says, look at me. So Penny it is with hands on hips. And he hasn't got much of a contest here because number 10, Giannini. Jonathan came in and had a go at that ruckman.
United Nations of Payneham, Orcello, Giannini, Allegio, Rookie.
So now Jolly comes in. So he's in the ruck now, pushes just Tea Tree Gully come inside again. It's not working for them. Left foot quick kick there, Payneham Norwood Union, and good grab right on the wing there. Now this is where they need to use the ball. He's got a lead come from Hanson. Hanson goes back now. He's trying to run behind the ball, but couldn't quite get back. He did a little bit of a circle there.
Liam Davis just cannot get in the game at the moment, and Tea Tree Gully should clear, and they will. The weight of numbers. Zach McKay, he releases cute little kick to his brother Alex. McKay to McKay. We've seen that before.
Look at the spread. They've got a line across the ground if he wants. He's come down to the half forward flank.
Orcello.
Good use.
He's like a magnet, the boy, isn't he? He just takes so many marks.
Big long arms, isn't he?
Yeah. He's kicked that straight into the centre.
Yeah, it finds Davis. Now Davis gets into the game. Just pushes up. Gets some ball. Here we go. Running forward. That's Jamo Bauer. Jamo Bauer needs to swing. He needs to go. He'll probably look for Big J Hansen. Big pack forms, ground level, pull low, out wide to Rookie. Rookie on the right foot with a quick snap.
Goal.
Beauty. Christian Rook with his first. Well done again. That little handle, that release handle from Paul Lowe, absolutely crucial. On the Harley Heaven Firm scoreboard, Payneham 2-9, trailing Tea Tree Gully 5-3.
Geez, that was a much needed goal. And I was just going to say before that bit of play, they need to get a bit of momentum going. They needed a little bit of a lift, see if they can get something happening.
12-point margin.
Yeah, so the scoreboard probably looks worse with the points. As it is only 12 points, they kick the next one where they're right back in it. We've got tons of scores just building up from out of grounds. We'll bring to you them at half time.
18 and 50 into the second quarter.
Yeah, another probably 8-9 minutes. There's plenty happening in this one, Tony.
Yeah, 11 scoring shots to 8, so Payneham should have the ascendancy, but McKay is out of the middle with the barrel. He's gone to screw. BOG has to be. Release. Down the ground it comes, just a low, hard kick on the wing.
Swing on the left.
Yeah, he's playing in front.
Hits Jolly. Jolly will mark. Jolly will go back, give it 55. Get off him. It's got to be 25, surely. Well, how is it not 25?
I don't know. I really can't work this out.
There's a different set of rules for the big fella, apparently, but anyway. Low, good touch. Here's Rook again, taken high.
Head, surely.
And again, same combination. Paul Lowe just getting a valuable touch in. And Rookie, the thing about Rookie being an ex-league premiership player is he's strong. So when he gets tackled, when he takes position, he doesn't give it up. He doesn't cough the ball up.
He's another one who's been quiet today other than this last couple of minutes. So
little purple patch for 2 goals would be handy. He hasn't kicked it yet, but brings Payneham right back in.
Just talking about Nick Jolly there, you know, one of the things I talk with players and coaches and teams about is knowing your teammates' strengths, who can do what, play to their advantage and so on, as he kicks that straight through the high little.
Well done there.
Back to 6 points all of a sudden,
But Jolly took that in the middle. It wasn't what a lot of people just watching would think, oh, that's just a bomb. But he knew the capabilities of his player down the ground. Strong mark in front. And turn around, bang, goal. So maybe that's straight down the ground. When you've got a target there, how good's that for the backman? The ball doesn't come straight back out again. You see that It's a team lifter.
Yep.
Held in, yeah. A goal is scored, and now Payneham Norwood Union, can they get a little bit of a run on?
Isn't efficiency a huge thing in football? Two forward entries, 2 goals.
Yep.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, Payneham, a little bit of light, maybe a bit of momentum, but here come Tea Tree Gully. Stent, this way, that away. Was it Stent? It was Stent. Release, looking for Personos. Well done. Mackie Haynes over the top with a big fist. The Mack truck. Tiggerman gives instructions, gives the Shepherds running onto it beautifully. It is Melville. Swing on the right. Goes backwards, but does find his teammate in McWaters. McWaters has been all right. The things he's done have been good.
Yep.
Swings on the left foot. Goes to half forward. Dangerous kick. All Orcello.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. That's got to be marked
the main red on that, didn't he?
Yeah. Number 5. Got to be the best defender in the league. I tell you what, if you're picking team of the year, you'd have to put him in.
Him or Nick Hales.
Isn't it good to see a player too? Just, finding form. Just his confidence. He just knew he was going to grab that. Didn't matter who he was behind. He knew that he was going to grab it. He's playing with confidence. So the Gully's now 2 or 3 around the ball. Stegel it is, yeah, Stent. Quick left foot kick up in the air. Ocello again. Geez, he put the pressure on that player. Brings it to ground. Who's going to get it? McKay. He won't pull out. Look at that. Yeah, just hard at it, isn't he?
That's what she said. Yes, he is hard at it. And again, we're getting plenty of mention now. Here's the score, boys. I've just been told it says PAC are leading by 21 points over Ross Trevor. This game all of a sudden becomes all that much more important.
So brought to ground here. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you where the lifters come, I'll be honest, is Jolly. Jolly in the ruck. Yeah. He's getting hand the ball first. Penny this time gets it, but the hand the ball first. He's tapping to advantage. His use of the ball by foot.
Brought down. Well done by Pride. Just the score from Webb Oval. We've got Jeps Cross 4, 6:30. Glenunga 2, 3:15.
Tap to Tea Tree Gully. Here's Menzel on the run.
Looks
like he dropped it. And the umpire says,
no! That's holding the ball.
I think I just swore. I apologise. But that is... He had the ball in his hand. That's why he
dropped it. That's unbelievable.
I think what we can say, he was facing the boundary.
This bloke is not having a great
hang on. Tony's going to find a way that was...
he was facing the boundary. The umpire couldn't see from the centre.
Certainly wasn't holding.
He did drop the ball, but the umpire saw him flung to the ground. That's what he called.
Well, if he didn't drop the ball, who did drop the bloody ball?
He didn't see it because the ball, because he was facing the boundary.
It was clearly
that is the worst decision I've seen since Grey Grant, West Coast Hype, leaving Payneham.
We've seen 3 pretty ordinary ones from this bloke this quarter.
Waltz is in and he's missed it again.
Look, I want to remain impartial, but it's all it bloody deserved.
Well, but I'm not a Payneham person either. I'm just impartial. So
I can tell you, from a man that's been reported 4 times, I've actually gone into bat for the umpire there.
We all make mistakes.
Doesn't happen.
But don't guess, brother. Don't guess.
No,
he just got blindsided. He was in the corridor, didn't see what happened, so
that's
he just...
what I was explaining.
That's all he did. And shocking decision.
Anyway, Ocello, it is long kick there from the back pocket. He's just about down to the wing, and Penny, is it, or Sinclair? Penny, it is. Drops back.
It's pretty simple. If you don't know, don't make it up.
So comes back in, probably drops about 20 metres short from where Ocello called for it. Number 9, is that big BT for Collingwood out there, is it? No, it's Pierce Seymour there. This way, that way, and over it goes.
Very important update because our Paynham's D grade are playing in the second semi, trying to go through to a grand final. A lot of guys, non-Paynham people, not here today. Unfortunately, down by 4 goals against PAC in the second quarter. Thanks for that, Disco Stu Miller. Appreciate the update, Tony Neal.
And just there, because you called it before, Luke. Menzel there was brought to ground there earlier on. He's just been brought to ground again. I'll tell you what. You keep getting tackled like that and brought to ground, it's going to eventually soften you up.
It will.
Towards the end of the game, his potency won't be there. If they keep tackling, they're not bad. They're bringing them to ground. That was Big Jolly. It's probably like 2 blokes tackling you.
The big boy.
So Penny it is down low. Little chip kick out. Calling for the grab there, but the umpire says play it on, and that was Josh Donoghue. So the ball comes out. Yeah, I'll tell you what, they've backed up well, but back to Hubbard. Now he's this way, that way. McKay it is. Steps around. Once again, a screwy forward. It's not really to the advantage of anyone, and the ball's going to just out on the... No, it's still in play.
Chase Bow to Paddy Sanzo. Sanzo finds Jolly. Really good spoil there by Chase. Came up, got it out of the danger area. Sanzo just able to put it forward. Jolly escorting it out of bounds.
Yep. So... a lot of players around the ball. Jolly's there, or Chelio there. A couple of players at the back. Penny can't get there. Jolly brings it to the front. Is it going to get over? No, it's not.
Donoghue.
That's Donoghue. It is on the left.
Midfield have lifted. I gave him a bit of a rocket. They've lifted. Donoghue finding some ball.
Yeah, just need to turn it over here again and keep going with it. But see, Tea Tree Gully, there's Menzel around this way, that way. Bounces off.
Wasn't there?
Yeah, Philby. Left foot snap, just pushes across the face.
Hit the behind post.
Out of bounds on the fall there. Yeah. Seymour to relieve the kick, and he'll probably come straight down this wing. And
hit that behind post out in the full.
just once again, all the players now in this half of the ground. Just while we're waiting for this kick to come in, there was a discussion about this the other day. Our game is played on one of the biggest pitches or grounds in the world, our type of game,
shut it down.
and yet we put all the players in one quarter of the ground.
25 and a half minutes gone this second quarter.
Fly.
So they all go up.
Davis should be a free kick, Davis. It is. Umpire's seen that one. Oh, the ironical chant.
Crowds are happy.
The Payneham faithful give the ironical.
Well, have a shot, son, off the half-back flank.
Got to have a shot, don't you? You got to go to the barrel. Oh, he's had a bounce. Oh, is Donny trying to do his shoelace? That wasn't very nice by Blake Penny. He's just giving him one on the way through. Big fella picking on the small fella. And at half-time, on the Harley Heaven Firm scoreboard, it's Payneham 3-9, Tea Tree Gully 5-4. So that quarter actually evened up in the end. It was the Gullies kicking 3-2, whilst Payneham kicked 2 straight goals. Tony, what your thoughts, feelings, emotions in regards to Tea Tree Gully in that quarter?
Yeah, look, we knew it was going to be game on, and you know, they got it down there. A couple of goals through Spittle, it was it? So Mackay been very good again. Just a few players in and out. Personos has been quiet. Menzel, he tends to be getting a lot of the ball, but brought to ground a few times. You know, he's, as I said, he's not going to be able to in the start of the game. I said he's not going to just be able to waltz in and do his own thing. They're going to be right on top of him, and we see that both teams walking off now. Tea Tree Gully here, a lot of players hands on hips, heads are down, a lot of perspiration. They know they're in for a game after last week's wet weather and everything. It's a lot hotter today, and interest in that body language. So what's going to happen in the second half?
One thing I'm looking out for is Forster. He hasn't gone back on, I don't think. I'm just saying he's not in that group, is he? No. And boots are off. So that's bad news. Bad news for Payneham. So they're one rotation down on a warm day. Boys, just goal kickers really quickly for Tea Tree Gully. You didn't just do them, did you?
No.
It's Spittle with 2 that quarter. Mackay, Stent and Melville all with 1. Interesting to see no goals from Personos or Menzel. I thought if we could shut them down that we'd probably win. So if that remains the same, I think good signs for Payneham. Christian Rookie with 2 goals, Nick Jolly with 1. It's 12 scoring shots to 9, yet Payneham find themselves with a 7-point deficit. Hose, give us your thoughts on Payneham in the first half, and then we're going to go from scores from around the grounds.
Well, Payneham opened up that first quarter. Tea Tree Gully owned the first 10 minutes of the quarter. Payneham come back and they owned probably the last 20 minutes, but they didn't capitalise on the scoreboard, kicking 9 points before they got their first goal. They turned it in front at quarter time. Gullies opened the quarter, kicked the first 2 of the quarter, kicked the third. Payneham come back and kicked 2 goals through Christian Rook all of a sudden, and that's brought the game back to 7 points at the moment. So Payneham have really had the chances, probably be 3 or 4 in front in that first quarter, didn't capitalise. Gullies played pretty good footy, still pretty even, those 7 points. And
I reckon the lift there that quarter, so was Nick Jolly. Coming into the ruck, and they're a good team, Payneham Norwood Union, but he just I think he lifted them again, and he gave them impetus out of the middle there as we just get the raffle ticket coming over the top of us.
Let's just let the raffle because he's going to go. They're not going to be able to hear us, Tone. So
it's the last raffle of the morning. Take your tickets out. I'm going to add tickets on to get it out.
I've got tickets. Thank you, Jono. Just got a dry date, got me mouth and I'm going to need to swallow. Excuse me for 1 second. So we got scores from out of grounds, Jono. I'm on, aren't I? It is the Geelong Cats by 78 points over Gold Coast. Quite a comfortable one there. And Richmond by 9 points over the Western Bulldogs. And in the SAAFL, Woodville West Torrens by 25 points over the Bulldogs at the Ponderosa. And North Adelaide, surprisingly enough, trail Port Adelaide by 2 points at Prospect Oval. Locally, and with extreme relevance right now, is the Payneham Nord Union D-grade score, which sees Prince Alfred Old Collegians 9 goals 6, leading Payneham Nord Union 6 goals 5. So it's a 19-point ball game. That one, I think, is being played at Walkerville Recreation Ground. And we've got some scores as well also from around the grounds. There's a lot of finals being played at the moment. So obviously no finals in Div 1 today, but every other grade have moved on to finals. So just looking around the traps. In Division 3, the second semi-final, it is half-time. It's the Seaton Ramblers, 7 goals 3. North Haven, 2 goals 2. Moving along, this one here, wowee. At quarter time in Division 4, the second semi-final, the winner of this one goes through to Division 3. Wowee, it's an upset on the cards here. Glenunga 2-3, Jeps Cross 4-6. Of course, it is only quarter time. Division 7 quarter time. Undefeated for the year. I'll repeat that. Undefeated for the year, O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale have kicked 1 goal 1. Marion have come out the blocks and kicked 6 goals 2. Now that game is at O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale, so there is a chance that they are kicking with a strong breeze. In the controversial division of Division 6, it is Trinity, 4 goals 1. Freddie! And Fitzroy, 3 goals 1. Apparently a large police presence is at the game. So that one there, quite an interesting one. In the Division 7 reserves, you've got Golden Grove have beaten Tea Tree Gully by 2 goals. In Division 5 reserves, Hope Valley have beaten... They're into the grand final. I don't have who they've got against. They've just posted that. So that is pretty much all the scores from out of grounds at the moment. Chuck them on your head. And I am joined by some PNU royalty, a man that once kicked 12 goals... Yeah, you're on. A man who once kicked 12 goals in the game, one of the past player legends of Payneham, just takes a swig of his beer, wets the tonsils. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the live call. Mark Freddie Campbell.
Thank you, Tommy.
Great to have you here, mate. Tell us, you've been at most games this year. Tell us about how Payneham have gone throughout the year.
Well, a bit up and down, to tell you the truth. Yeah, had some good games, and then other times we've just... lacked a bit and, struggled. But our best is good. Yep.
Who's the best team you've seen us play this year? Is it Tea Tree Gully or is it Ross Trevor or is it maybe even a Goodwood?
I would say Goodwood. But yeah, Ross Trevor, pretty good as well. But we've struggled with the 2 games against Goody Saints. Yep. But Ross Trevor, we had a few injuries that day. But probably Goodwood. Yep. At the moment.
Now, Marty Smith, your brother-in-law, correct? Ex-brother-in-law. he had a good run. You might be interested to know the D grade down by 3 goals at half-time.
Sack the cage.
Coming off a premiership last year. Just thought I'd give you a bit of an update on that. Actually, thought he still was your brother-in-law. But there you go. Now you live and learn. Tell us, who's been in the better players all year for Payneham? Who have been the stars? The list is right in front of you. Who stood out for you?
Oh, listen, Bretty Ansell's been good again.
Yep.
Chase Bauer. Oh, look. Pierre Seymour's probably been outstanding, really.
He'd be the dark horse of the best and fairest. Seymour or Cello would be leading the best and fairest, wouldn't they? Yeah,
Cello, he's been down back. He's been probably the best player down back, that's for sure. Yep. Sorry, mate, gotta keep it up. Getting Alex Forster was good. He's kicked a few goals, but I think he's gone off injured now, which hasn't helped.
No, pretty early went off injured, which really does affect our forward line structures, I think. Just looking at Tea Tree Gully come out now, mate, who's impressed you for the Gullies today so far? You probably don't pay too much attention to the opposition, but...
Sorry, mate?
Who's impressed you for the Gullies today?
don't really know the names too, mate.
No, fair enough.
Mackay's good one, and obviously Menzel sticks out a bit. He's had a bit of the ball and missed a few goals, which is handy for us. But he's still getting it. But not hurting us real bad at the moment.
Now, you don't want to look too far ahead, but it looks like that results should be all right. Even if we lose today, they should fall our way. Should we lose, we go to Port District. You were at the 2 Port District games this year, were you? Can you remember?
Actually, I've missed them both.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
We won them both, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yeah. I was at the races that day, Tommy.
Yeah, understandably.
Day at the races.
Yes, we don't mind the races, do we? Of course, now, Freddie, without getting too much off the topic of football, you're one of the key drivers of the Payneham Punters Club. We just got along quite nicely today.
Yes, going all right. Big Jolesy had a win last week, didn't he?
Can't get Marty to get his bets on. We'll sack him.
Oh, Marty, God. Well, yeah, if you're going to ban a bloke, he's the first one to go, I think.
He didn't have any trouble rocking up to the reverse raffle, though, did he?
Anything for free. But
and of course, we've got a bit of a bar tab post-game today. It's just to wet the whistle.
Have we?
Yeah, haven't you?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Tommy,
there's a few hundred on the bar today after the game, so let's hope we're celebrating a win.
Yes, we don't want to go to Port Districts next week for an elimination final.
No.
That's not ideal.
No, and that's what it comes down to, isn't it, Fred? We win today, and we get a home final. Look, obviously you've got a bit to do with it. We don't like to call them drunks, but with those who hang around and frequent the bar. But tell us behind the scenes, because this is the stuff that people overseas, your Jeff Clark's in Darwin, and we've got a lot of listeners around who can't be here today. Who are the key drivers at the moment behind the club? And I'm not talking on the field.
Off field. Oh, listen, Churik's always thereabouts, and
we like to hang it on him, but Churik does a good job. Getting the boys together.
Well, Tom's Tom, he's a rude, arrogant man, but we seem to put up with that. And
would you go as far as to say? Would you go as far as to say shit bloke, or at times?
At times, yes. Very ordinary bloke. Very ordinary bloke. Yeah. And don't get around with him because he goes missing.
No.
Can't be trusted.
No.
Can't be trusted, Tommy.
No. So, Fred, last one for you. Tip, second half tip. Can we run over the top of them?
Yeah, I reckon we'll win by 11 points.
11 points, actually. I tipped us by 8, and the producer said 12, so I reckon you'll be right on the money. Well, mate, I'll let you get back to having a couple of lolly waters, mate, and hopefully I'll join you for a beer after the game after a win.
Those free beers, apparently.
They're free. One of my favourite things in life.
Thank you, Tommy.
No worries. Thank you, Fred Campbell. All the best. And was it 14 in the game once?
For Payneham?
What's the most amount of goals you kicked in a game for Payneham?
For Payneham, under 18's 14.
Oh, under 18's.
Yeah, A grade 10.
You were 30 though, A grade 10. Not
10,
bad, not
10.
bad.
Yeah.
Well done, Fred.
Better than what Joel's has done.
No, he's kicked 10 in a game.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, he has. He was against Shock here, I was here. Kicked Sacred Heart a couple of years ago, kicked 10 in a game.
Jeez, I'm embarrassed. I'm going to go look that up.
No, I was here, and his dad's listening right now, and he'll give you a call if you have to.
Okay. All right. Well, they'll soon let me know.
All right, mate. I'm going to kick us both off the commentary. I'm going to hand over to Tony Neal and Luke Hosey, who are going to give us a bit of a preview for the second half.
Just a few
got some scores for us?
Scores. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter between Jeps Cross and Glenunga. Jeps Cross 6-7, Glenunga 6-4, so 3-point margin. What other scores have we got? We've got Trinity Old Scholars 5-8, playing Fitzroy 5-1, so a 7-point margin there at half-time. We've got scores from Scotch and Flinders Park. We've got Scotch Old Collegians 4-4, Flinders Park 3-1, that's at St Mary's. In earlier games, Scotch won C3 and Div 3 reserves. Flinders Park also won their Division 3 reserves clash. So, yeah, scores coming in from everywhere. So, yeah, the big one is probably from Pedal Reserve at Seaton, where Seaton is 7-3, North Haven 2-2. That's at half-time. So,
yeah, so
away we go.
Yep.
Tony Neal nearly in their second half.
Yes. Look, the scores from around the ground is fantastic. Thanks very much for that, Luke, because a lot of people listening and watching and can't get out to those
Giving
games.
Them a good broad range of scores from around the ground.
Yeah, and it's finals in the lower grades and up here the last round. And as we said, it's going to go down to the wire this game. It's a very close game at the moment. There's 12 scoring shots, Payneham Norwood Union to Teatree Gully 9. So looking just in the middle now.
Gully's that 7-point lead, though, just at half-time.
Yes, and so they've gone back to the regulation ruckman, and Jolly has gone up forward again. As we see a double tap there coming out for Payneham Norwood Union, but diving over the ball. I reckon that was Schoenmakers, was it, or Mackay coming in off the wing?
Yeah, Zach Mackay.
And so now no wingers. Everyone's around the ball. So ball bobbles around, taking it out. Oh, this way, that way. Christian Rook. Yeah, look at it. Down into the forward line, bang, out they come. Two players punching the ball. He's swung around 360 there, Donahue.
Yeah, well done, Liam Davis. He found Christian Rook again.
He's backed up. He's caught one in the chops there, Rook, on the ground, but he's back up again. He's after
Freddie Ansell.
Yeah, Mackay on the ground, 2-on-1. It takes two of them to bring him down. He's diminutive in size, but he has a go, and we saw that last week as well.
That's a real crack, doesn't he?
So we see the press now happening. The players have all come up the ground. So up in the air it goes, and trying to tap that over the back was Jolly. Oh, he's just got the Menzel there. Scrappy handball out. Around the corner we come. Schoenmakers again. That was Chad. And down the ground onto the wing.
That man,
but guess who? Yeah, I was just watching him before, about 3 metres off his player, but watching the play. So he's just spinning the ball around. He's looking for a target. He rarely wastes it. Having said that, he's kicked that straight into the centre forward position. Big pack forms, not able to take the grab there was Jordan Miller. Ball on the ground. Strong over the ball. Oh, he's flattened as well.
Yeah, well done, Freddie Ansell.
A little bit going on in back play.
Pinchy Donahue gets it out to Leggio. Leggio out to Pinchy Donahue. That's Oliver Pride, I think it is. Through the middle of the ground. Oh, nearly a great bar. There's Freddie Ansell again.
Oh,
he runs
he's
in.
Gone.
They all gone, I would have thought. No.
And that was... don't we see the long arms of Tom Wagner there going up and almost taking that ball at the top of the...
He's been very good.
Top of the pack. Yeah, he's a good target for them. So umpire throws up. A lot of players around the ball.
19 or 20 years of age.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's got a good future then. Nice quick handball out, but look at the black and white jumpers there everywhere. Look at the numbers they've got. Oh, taking it through and trying to get around the corner bow. Not quite. They got back up there, and that was Jack O'Leary. Gets it out. Quick kick in.
Matthew Nye. Looking for Liam Davis. Liam Davis, his hands on knees, trying to get the ball out over there in the right forward pocket. It's all Payneham.
There it is.
And he's kick around the corner. Oh, it's offline and through for behind.
And that was Wagner again. Yeah, geez, that was a good pick up off the ground. He's a tall, lanky lad, but quite mobile or athletic.
On the firm Harley Heaven scoreboard, so it's Payneham Norwood Union 3 goals 10 and Teacher Gully 5 goals 4.
And
so
O'Sullivan's Beach have kicked 5 in a row. They've drawn level with towards level with Marion. So that game is seesawing. We saw this a couple of years ago with Elizabeth and Brahma Lodge. Funny things happen in finals. Teacher Gully looked to go forward. The chainsaw ducks the head a bit there, Jack O'Leary, but takes the mark. So they got the job done. That's all that matters.
Yeah, Tiggerman running at him.
Open this quarter well with Payneham.
Rookie.
Great kick.
Gets over the top. He's strong. He'll release. No, he doesn't.
He'll go on throw. Yeah, good decision.
More of a drop than a throw, but took him on.
Throw, but
yeah, it's fine.
So Huggett it is with the ball on the half-back flank. Geez, he's looking to switch. Players are covered. They're pointing. He's just gone short. Tiggerman. Been quiet today. He's we saw him carry on a bit last week.
Had his mark all day.
And he's kicked that into the middle of the ground and given that straight up. And he's clear in the middle. Picks a player, can't quite get it. Oh, the bounce of the ball.
Shades of Stevie Milne in the grand final. They just didn't get
next
that
to the goalpost. Just while we're on that, this player that's about to go for this is Cameron Sandico, number 19 there for the Gullies. He's looking very proppy on that right leg. Look at him there.
I reckon
Docky Bruv in trouble.
I reckon Payneham got to get a little bit out of Liam Davis, just not getting enough out of the big fella.
No, he's probably only had 3 or 4 touches and crucial.
Matthew Stent's run from the wing right down to get into this bit of play, and his man is Orchilio, and he's back here on the wing still.
Yes.
So they're trying to stack the numbers up down there, the Gullies, and still limping around there. Sandico, I don't know whether he's going to be able to last it out there. He's trying to walk it off, but he's
just on your point, Luke, as well. Big ups to Moscotta, who's gone with Davis today. He's been on top of him. He's
been really good on him.
Look at Jolly.
Good palm, but well read there by Menzel.
Yeah. What's he got to give to? He has to get on his left, doesn't he?
Oh, he releases the handball to Mackay. He shrugs a tackle. He releases back to Menzel. That's almost deliberate. He's missed a target by a long way.
Very, very well done.
It's a little bit sad. They're the two playmakers there, and look at Menzel. He had to go this way, that way. Finally got it out to Mackay. Straight away under pressure, back again, and
candy, doesn't he?
Just disguised it a little bit. Yeah, he had to get back on his left. But I said that before. There's that poor throw in again by the umpire. Jolly just on the left foot. Is it? Is it?
Quite.
Oh, right next to the goalpost.
And it's Payneham 3-11 trailing Teacher Gully. On the Harley Heaven Firm scoreboard, of course, Payneham kicking to the Hydrosmart Pure Water end.
So Huggett it is about to bring the ball in, but I was just watching, as soon as that point was scored, all the players for Tea Tree Gully jogged back to get in position. They've got a big line-up right across half-back. There's probably 8 or 10 players in a line across here. He's got player free bit right behind the umpire there, and he's elected not to use him. He's still there. That's Sean Makers if he wants him, but he's gone straight down the line, and that's just a give it up kick. 50-50, and I reckon that's Wagner. It is front.
Just a quick one. Scotch leading Flinders Park by 11 points, half-time. As Wagner goes along, but it's all Tea Tree Gully. Comes to the back, Chachi low.
He's got it. Oh no.
Looked like he wanted to kick with his left and he was off balance. He had to kick with his right and the ball had nowhere to go.
Didn't have a left foot, did he?
He's come up proper. He's kicked the ground first. It was half a drop kick. Interesting. Just called Tea Tree Gully. That was a giveaway. It was a kick to a 50-50, and if you structure right, it's actually 60-40 to the opposition. So Huggett it is. There's no one in short. There's a couple of half leads now. They've got a lot of players across half back. The ruckman coming out. It'll be 2 kicks to get to the ruckman. So the ball's kicked straight down the centre of the ground to one player. There he is again.
Seymour on the left goes bang, and looks good to me. Seymour. High fives all round. That's that kick I talked about. He can kick the ball 60 metres. He's so well balanced. He's a beautiful footballer, and he'll go back and he'll tell. He might be on Tiggerman at the moment. Is he? No, Melville's going with him. And that's crucial because Melville is yet to hit the scoreboard today, is he?
No, he's got one. He's got one.
Yeah, well, when the fullbacks got as many as you.
We've gone 6 minutes 40 into this third quarter, and Tea Tree Gully have not passed past the centre of the ground.
No, it's been good by Payneham. Payneham 4-11 now take the lead by just 1 point. Interestingly enough, less goals, but winning the game. 4-11 plays 5-4. Tony.
And you can put that down to Tom Wagner again. Just those long telescopic arms. He put the contest in.
The tentacles.
He got Payneham Norwood. Yeah, he got him into that contest, and they got a goal out of it. So here's Menzel putting the head down, taking high, around on the left foot. Nice, clever little kick to half forward, juggling around. Round on the right foot they come. Now it's quick football. Up it comes. Melville can't get there. Personal spoiled. Tiggerman this way, that way. Gives a handball back. Get around the corner, son. And
trying
he
to
just
kick
can't
around the
finish it
corner,
off.
out in the full.
Matthew sent.
That was ugly.
Just couldn't finish it off.
Yeah, Matty Nye just did the centre clearance. They're just going for a bit of a mid-air scissor kick. Probably one of these things you want to keep things simple on a day like today. So
Haynes it is in the back pocket now, just looking around. There's a lot of players congregated out here, and this is where he's kicked it to. Straight down to the half-back flank. Up goes the big man at the back. Can't Hanson. Quite take it. There's 3 or 4 players there trying to get their hands on it.
Penny.
Standing still, Penny.
Good play by the Payneham defence there. Well done. And they might clear it. Bobbing around though. Tea Tree Gully with a big chance here. Hallandall, Matty Howe. Quick kick out. Might have been touched, is it? But it doesn't matter. It's 1 point. Scores are level at Payneham Oval.
Here they come.
Sean
Makers. So here they come, Tea Tree Gully now. It's been a bit like that, hasn't it? Payneham Norwood Union, as you guys just called, all down that end of the ground. Now all of a sudden there's 2 shots. 2 shots on goal. But Payneham Norwood Union are holding up here. Well, there's a player free here, the big ruckman, as Jay Hanson. He's out here. It's a long way out. So goes on the left foot to the far side. Penetrating kick. 2 players go up. Sean Makers couldn't take it down to the ground. McKay it is.
It was all Tea Tree Gully there though on the kick in actually. They just spoiled each other, which was very fortuitous for Payneham.
So a lot around the ball, not quite able to get there was the ruckman Hanson. So a free hit for the Gullies all trying to get through. I reckon Menzel's lifted. If that's him on the bottom of the pack again, let's just have a look as they come up.
I think it is.
No, it was the same Spittle. Yeah,
got the same green coloured boots.
So Penny's getting on top in the ruck here. He seems to be that little bit more athletic. As we talk, he bends over and picks that ball up. Now let's see what happens here. The ruckman for Payneham Norwood Union is going to get body on body. Penny can't get over the top, but Payneham Norwood Union win that one out. But the kick is smothered. It's bobbling around half forward line. Bend the back, son. Can't quite bend the back. There was Chad Makers. So ball comes up. It's a free ball here if someone wants to get it.
Got a full-time score. Div 2 reserves full-time score. St Peter's 11-5 have knocked off Old Iggy's 7-13. And a couple of other quick ones. Flinders Park have won both the Div 3 reserves and the C3 games today. They are through to... I'm not sure if they're through to grand finals or they were playing qualifiers, but they've won.
Okay. Kick came down the line there, and Sean McWatters just walked it over the line there as we take those scores. So throw in now just outside 50. Now the ruckman stay. Oh, just a use of the body there, Penny.
He actually did physically use his body, not his arms, so that's fine.
Second effort. Oh, Menzel can't get it. Can't get back on it.
Melville.
Is that Melville?
Good tackle. Well done, Seymour. He's been great. And he's dropped it. He's dropped it. The knees.
He dropped his head.
Yep. Yes, that was Personos there looking for the free kick. Dropped his head and he dropped his knees, dropped his body.
He's learned well off Alex Mackay, I would have thought. Alex been taking it for lessons.
Tiggerman's free about 30 metres off the pack, right in at centre 40 if they want to. He's off
quick
that.
Snap out the pack. Beautiful. Menzel, was it?
No, I think it was Bilby, number 10, the solid player.
Yeah, I reckon it might have been Bilby.
Yeah, it was Bilby. Geez, that was quick, wasn't it? And bang, they've had it down there for a while, and 2 shots on goal for 2 points and an out on the full, and there it is, goal.
Just speaking to my Payneham contacts this morning, Bilby's been very good when we played him earlier in the year. Talked about how much we rated him and how good he was last week, Tony. And again, he just has a knack of getting in position, but also having that strong core, that strong body, where he doesn't go to ground, he keeps his feet and becomes all that much more valuable.
Division 5, first semi-final, Woody South 6-6, Lockleys 5-10, so 1 point to Woody South at half-time.
5-10.
Plenty of more scores coming at three-quarter time, as long as a couple of other interviews, quick interviews, as it's getting tense here. Teacher Gully by a goal.
Sinclair's come into the ruck off the bench, and Jolly's come into the ruck. This is where they lifted last quarter, TJ, and I tell you what, he's got that out for him, second effort there. He's just got up off the ground now, but let the players do the work in here. If they can get a second ball up, Jolly's just going to waltz in. Let's see what happens here. So he's in against Sinclair. Sinclair's the tall, athletic type. Jolly's the body-on-body, as he does here. Big punch forward.
Beautiful, 20-metre punch. Allegio in best position, not quite, doesn't quite get it. Gully's run onto it. They should spin out of it. They do. Looks for Bilby. Coming through as a Payneham player. Can't make out who that was. It might have been Jamo Bauer. Ball spills now. Now it's Payneham. Jolly again. This way, that away. Release handball over the top. Tiggerman at ground level. Not probably his strength. And the ball will have a ball up. And it looks like Glenunga have had a huge second quarter. They were down. They've kicked 7 goals in the second quarter. Glenunga 9-5 lead the fellow Rams. Jeps Cross 6-7. Payneham North Union D grade currently down by 26 points for all our Payneham fans out there. As we see Stent running through the middle. It's, again, good spoil, Mackie Haynes. Mac Haynes does a great job back there. Follows, butters up. Ball spills. Melville in the best position. Picking it up is Paddy Sanzo.
Melville.
He rides him, puts a saddle on him, rides him like a horse. The umpire says, I'll have a ball up 60 metres out from the Teacher Gully goal.
So the ruckmen are just going to get there now. Jolly comes in, gets off the ground. I'll tell you what, he put effort in, but the Gullies go forward. Oh, duck in the chutney, son. You're not going to take a grab like that and swat it away. That's a big swat, man. I'll tell you what, Jolly's just got up off the ground now. Payneham Norwood Union right into the centre of the ground.
He's competing well, Davis. Just not quite falling for him. Well done, lovely tap. Here's Lowe with Wagner. They just don't take possession of it. The Teacher Gully will clear.
McKay, out he comes. Up in the air, can't get to it, Stengel. So
Bowie, he did well there.
Well done, well done.
Yep.
Chase Bowie might not like my riding, but I tell you what, he's playing a good game today. Credit where it's due. He's been fantastic across half-back.
Been giving you a bit of stick about your reports, has he?
He doesn't reckon I talk about Payneham enough, which is... Giannini sold into trouble by the human blanket, Matt Knight. Matt Knight to fall forward. Down there's Davis, flies, takes the grab. Play on.
Play on.
Ansell on the left. He swings on the left from the pocket. Brady Ansell.
What a goal.
No. I went up into the threshold of
Why wasn't that a mark to Davis?
It looked like he played on himself. I reckon it must have been touched. Everyone, there's no remonstration. So.
Oh, okay.
So Huggard with the ball. Wow, that was exciting. Huggard's now got the ball. The tempo has lifted. I'll tell you what, though, there's a few players that are getting a bit slower getting up off the ground. Huggard comes out. Big pack just forms. Can they get on top of Norwood Union? Don't touch him.
Giannini comes through.
Ball bobbling around. Oh, taken high. Umpire says let it go.
Yeah, well, he ducked.
Ollie Pride. Well done, Ollie Pride. Just halving the contest, making sure he locks it in. We'll have a ball up.
Payneham just can't get really in front, can they? Can't clear out by 7 points or anything.
No.
And there's just a big long line of players here. There's no flanks. If the ball comes out.
Great palm, Jolly.
Yeah, just around the corner to Bauer.
Yeah, quick
That was
kick.
a grab, but he's played on there, and that was McWaters. Just a long kick down to the wing.
Liked his game. Overrunning at Payneham. And this is danger signs now. They're out here. They are out with Tiggerman. They don't use Tiggerman. They go down to Menzel. Why wouldn't you? Menzel or Cello. 2 class acts, and the ball will just be right out of play there.
Good matchup, isn't it?
Menzel wasn't happy there. Yeah. He's calling for it down the ground a bit there. That was Spittle who got it down. So once again, 2-3 kicks, bang. They're into the forward line now, the Gullies, but can they capitalise? They're not going to get it all their way like last week. So a lot of players around the ball. They've got one player, which is Trent Melville, dangerous, just in here around probably halfway between centre forward, full forward. Play on. He's marked his own ball there.
No, that was not. I'm on the binos. I had a good look at that one. That was a chainsaw Jack O'Leary who kicked it high up and under. Giannini took what he thought was a mark. Umpire says no, that's play on. I think in the umpire's defence, it probably went up 20 metres, but didn't go 15 metres.
10 metres.
And of course, Jolly started it with a really nice tap. I'll stay on the binos, boys.
So Jolly it is in front. Over the top Sinclair, but he actually tapped it the right way anyway for the Payneham Norwood Union team. So now they're going to get body on body. Hands on knees is Jolly. Up he comes. Jeez, he's a Lionheart, isn't he? I know we're calling him a lot.
Hanson gets that front spot in that ruck duel every time, doesn't he?
Wagner held without it, but does take possession. Just getting a hand in there was the Docky from Sandico.
Free kick to Wagner.
Yeah, probably paid the early free kick. Sandico
get it in quick. Get it in quick to Davis.
He looks for Davis in front. Not quite. Didn't quite give it enough air almost. I think with Davis you can give it that extra bit of air because he's stronger overhead.
Hit him on that head-up target though. It was a good kick. It was out in front. Davis's hands just weren't quite to it.
Blake Penny makes his way back on here. This will help. That'll help Tea Tree Gully. Jolly again with a touch to Rook. Rook this way, that way, through to inside out. Checky check.
Oh, he's tried the check side. Didn't have a left foot.
Jason Dunster, we know what he'd be saying right now.
They're kicking a lot of points.
He didn't have a left foot. We saw Paul Lowe on that second quarter. Didn't have a left foot, and Christian Rook no left foot.
I think the Gullies also trying something here because it was a shorter player in Personos coming off and Penny that came on. So they've got both ruckmen out there. We see Penny. Sinclair's over near this contest, and Penny's probably one kick off it down the wing here.
He's
so
Jolly
they're
at
just trying
ground
to get
level.
Some taller players.
Takes possession, releases the handball again. Nick Jolly again. He's having a day out today in the midfield.
Penny's free in the middle. They can't get it to him.
Jolly again at ground level. Quick kick, good smother. Tea Tree Gully. Tea Tree Gully will clear now. Look like McKay. Can't tell from here. I'll get on the binos. Tony, you're on.
Yeah, so the Gully's on the far side. Nice. Oh, not quite a grab in front. Yes, the umpire said. No, he hasn't let it. It's a grab, is it? So
16:45 had gone in this third quarter, and it's
Melville
4:14 to 6-5 on the firm Harley Heaven
on the far side. Now he's going to drive it long, just over centre forward. And there's Penny. We called that. Came on. Should have taken that grab. That's what you're there for, son. Bought the ground with that ball.
Brady Ansell at ground level.
Zach Mackay
so
coming
Penny just standing there with the hands on the. Hands on the hips now. He's probably going to take the ruck. He does and pushes out and double-fisted forward. Not able to take that was Tiggerman. So ball bobbling around. Oh, just must have got his foot to that, I reckon. And Bilby, there's that solid play by Bilby then. So another ball up here. Now they've got to capitalise. Penny went up last time against Giannini. So he certainly had a height advantage.
Now, this will be interesting. Jolly coming off for a rest, Hanson going on. Hanson's got to crack in and got to give Payneham something because as you said, Tony, we've had much more ascendancy. Oh, here's Stant on the fly. Oh, he's just pushed it right. That's where he looks dangerous, but he's come off, and that's where Payneham has struggled when he's come off.
Is that two shots there, Stent, this quarter? One's been on the full and one, he just didn't steady there. He was running out to that right a little bit.
That's his bread and butter. We've watched him kick that for years.
Just needs to be that more penetrating kick.
Bit of pressure out there, fair to say.
4:14 to 6-6, and you have a look though. That's 6 extra scoring shots to Payneham Norwood Union, and they find themselves 4 points down.
So that waiting for the ball to come back. Just have a look there. Oh, they've done it. They've changed it now. But the amount of Tea Tree Gully players, hands on hips or hands on their head, just trying to get that air in. Last week, heavy ground, heavy conditions. I know it was the same for everyone, but that can take a toll towards the end of this game if they haven't had a light week on the track. So Payneham Norwood Union comes short there. Oliver Pride right in that back pocket. Oh, this way, that way. It's right in at full back again.
Giannini.
And that's Giannini, yep.
He'll come this way. Look for O'Leary perhaps. Goes to Seymour. Seymour
on the left boot.
O'Leary. Cello will fly. And good spoil Tiggerman. Well done. Yes, Hallandale now. Quick kick. Horrible kick. All Payneham. Chase Bauer. He's been good.
He's been
Chase
really
Bauer now should clear to the fat side. Will he? No. He's going to have to go down the line now. Oh, dangerous kick. You give a guy a rap and they do that to you every time. Stent tackle.
That's throw.
Oh, umpire. Wrong side.
Blindside.
Yeah, fair enough. And Bauer.
Oh,
no.
drop it. He should have taken.
I've given him a rap and he's 2 errors.
Here's Bilby.
Oh,
dear. On the right.
Clearly a left footer. Here's Melville on the left. Looks for. Does he find? No.
No, that's not a no. He tried to claim it, Menzel. Menzel tried to claim it.
Got a handball out.
Hallandale.
Oh, Hallandale doesn't quite get the bend. Costly missed their Tea Tree Gully. 6-7 plays 4-14, boys. And a big one. Division 4 first semi. It's mothballs for the loser. The Cardiac Kids. Edwardstown 5-9. Paraka 6-4. That one's at Paraka. So very close game. 1 point ball game.
I thought Edwardstown would win that quite well.
I tipped Paraka in a close one. Yeah.
Okay.
So a couple of leads.
Tipped Jeps actually. So
I tipped Glenunga.
couple of leads coming, but that's a nice long 60, 65 metre kick over the back. If they can just get the run on, all the on-ballers are caught behind. Get it down. Now we're going to see the old one-on-one.
Christian Rook.
Taps it to his advantage.
2-on-1.
Backing up.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, the pressure's on. What an effort by Rookie.
Get there and help him, the crowd goes. And they do.
Matty
Matty Nye on the snap.
Yes!
Put that down to Rookie.
Put that down to Christian Rook.
Yeah, Christian Rook just kept going and going and going. He halved the contest twice when he wasn't in the position to win the contest. You hear the crowd, the Payneham locals say, well done, Rookie, the boy from Payneham. He's still strong around the contest, and you give that one to him.
That is a game-defining moment there. He beat 2-on-1, created a contest, kept the ball in, and Matthew Nye had a kick around the corner.
It's a one-point ball game, boys.
Off that half-back line, I see Macca stood up and just got a bit animated there as well. But they came off the back line, they got the ball over all the midfielders, and once they got that, they got a one-on-one. Then it became a 2-on-1. But just I tell you what, Rookie was good down there, and he got the support from Matthew Nye, and away they went. That was a team goal.
Just approaching 21 minutes.
So up it goes in the middle, bang, down it comes, right in the middle of the ground. That cricket pitch is hard. It's been rolled. There's no grass there. I tell you what, there's no mud this week. We can tell who the players are. McKay comes up, rubbing his shoulder. You're going to know you've been in a game out there. Everyone's man on man as we speak. Ball bobbling around. Battle of attrition. Off they come off the half-back flank. Sean McWaters. He's been good out there on the left foot. Today. But I tell you what, it's his hit fresh air.
Again.
Yeah, look at him. And he runs. He takes them on. Run and carry, drew the players, got it out, little chip kick right into the middle of the ground, 3-on-1 all pushed over there without the ball. Yeah,
very
picking
classy,
up, scooping up. Out they come off the half-back flank. Now the Gullies have come wide. This time it's Matthew Stent. Now he's going to hold it up just a little bit. He's going to look at the pocket. He's really kicked to a 50-50. It was actually Menzel there coming over the top, taking out a player. Melville unselfishly centres the ball, and he's dropped it.
He dropped what
he's dropped that in the middle of the ground. And look at the players.
20 yards out from goal.
That was unselfish by Melville. Probably could have had a shot.
Peter Personos.
The amount of players now that are trying to have a stretch, getting rid of the cramp. Up it goes. Sinclair it is. Taps at the ground. Around. He'll have to get around on his left. Menzel.
That's a goal.
And he does.
What a goal.
He's kicked it. Yep. He knew what he wanted to do, and he manufactured that goal.
Yeah,
so
great work from Troy Windsor.
Yeah, he's dangerous up there, and he only needs to get a sniff. And look, another player down there, just holding his arm and hand, is Pierce Seymour. I hope he's okay. A few players down on their haunches as we speak. I'm just going to keep calling this because I'm big on the body language.
Just quickly go to the firm Harley Heaven scoreboard. We've got Teacher Gully 7-7, lead Payneham 5-14 by 5 points, and we're 22 minutes and 40 seconds into the third quarter.
And we see Jolly coming on into the ruck now as Hanson goes off. So they're actually changing the rucks off the bench now, and leaving the forward line, I think, with Rookie down there, which has been quite good. Now Jolly's
playing with that mid-sized forward.
Yeah. And look at Jolly, puts his body, protects where the ball's going to fall, taps to their advantage. Oh, not able to take the ball there. It was Paul Lowe. So the Gullies now bounces up fortuitously.
Matthew
Stent's had a bit of it this quarter, Luke.
He's been quite good.
Here he is again, Menzel. You can't give him that amount of space, and taken out there, Melville, as Menzel wheels around. Is it going to bounce? Oh, just punched through. And Chilio was taken out with a big shepherd by Trent Melville there, which gave Menzel the opportunity
for
a shot.
Down the centre of the ground. Yeah.
Unable to take it was Tentacles Wagner. Over the top, 1-on-1 again. Rookie again. Can we see a repeat? Bundling. Oh, keep your feet. Can't quite. Tries to tap to advantage. Tackles strongly
you're
there.
Holding the ball. Oh,
umpire's going to ball it. I tell you what Rookie does, he holds it in, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's
when
good
the ball gets down there, he holds it in, or he does something to their advantage. Jolly it is, taps to their advantage. Rookie again now, and just lays on top of the Tea Gully player. Look at the players out here with hands on hips.
Just quickly, boys, just a bit of feedback from our live feed for the Cretin that can't work it out. We're in the third quarter at the 24-minute mark, Cretin. There you go. And surely you can read the total point score. Anyway, and as for you, Lambos, well, Jolly plays Div 1, you played Div 6, you muppet. Carry on.
Giannini got the ball across.
And
was that Paul Lowe?
Paul Lowe, yeah.
I think it was from out there.
Yep.
Wow, look how quick the Gullies have played on. The umpire's still signalling. Play on it is, and McKay it is. Zach McKay, nice chip down. Tiggerman, who's just come on, so he's fresh. But what's he got next in line? He's kicked that as long as far as he can. Probably gone 50 metres. Big pack forms. Jolly's still up there. Get in and help out. Oh, taken without the ball. Surely umpire, no. The umpire says give it to me.
If it wasn't in his back, what part of his body was it in?
I don't know. It was
just a quick one as well,
body
boys.
over the ball, Sanzo.
Three-quarter time in the D-grade final. We're Payneham trailing by 33 points. Thanks, Dwayne Pipe Freeman, for the update. Appreciate it. Holding the Guernsey there, but nothing
Jolly,
doing.
Or big
Ball
tackle.
Up.
Big Jolly doesn't get many frees, does he?
No, and I'll tell you what, he protected the space well there and was pulled out of it. Let's see what happens here. Get body on body, bang, there it is. You won't out-body him. Have a look at that. McKay, it is. Now that's a 360. Gets to his brother. There's Jolly again. Now he's hit the ground hard there.
I can't work out what's not holding the ball out of some of these things.
Bilby on the left foot, little short kick. Melville on the lead. We saw a bit of that last week, TJ, where Melville just leads out. He's early with the lead. I'll tell you what, he looks pretty tired. He's going to have to kick this from 50. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's going to take his best.
I reckon Trent's a really good kick from 35 and 40. I think any further than that, he starts to spray him. So we'll see.
If he kicks this, it's danger signs for Payneham because... I mean, it's only a narrow margin, but Teachery Gully, it looks like they're full of run. So Melville from 52. Big kick.
He gives it a bit.
Big kick.
Yeah, that was right on the edge of his distance. Yeah.
And just quickly, is Nick Jolly's just come on and Jay Hansen on. So they're sort of running 5-minute rotations now with the ruckman.
It's 7 goals, 8 plays, 5-14 on the Harley Heaven Firm scoreboard. And the 27-minute mark towards going just past 26-minute mark of the third quarter.
Ocello's free out here.
Seymour, good kick to Ocello.
Got a player running past and shares it with him. I tell you what, you put him in trouble. He's going to get it back. One step, bang down the wing. Bit of a sloppy kick. It's just going to bounce out of bounds here. So right in front of us, TJ. This is your Ponderosa. This is the home of football, Payneham Norwood Union.
It's a great view on the balcony here at Payneham.
Yeah, no, great atmosphere. Some people on the outer side as well. But I tell you what, if they get a home final next week, Payneham, it'll be 3 times as many people here next week.
In the sun, I would have thought.
No, it's a beautiful day and. Love watching the sunset off this balcony on a Saturday evening.
Got the
good tackle was Aki McKay.
Taken over. If I can just, we can probably see it on the telecast here. Now, what's happened? They're going to throw it in. The wingmen from the far side are now standing 10 metres behind his pack. Just a little bit of a pet hate. There's a thing called space in football. Use it, guys. You know. So left foot tap. We're not all going to touch it. McKay is on the ground where you expect to see him
between his legs.
Held in. Yeah. Once again, so
Ansel and Giannini making sure he wasn't going anywhere.
Yep. He'll bobble up. So 2, 4, 6. There's about 8 players around the ball. Sinclair just can't get over the top. Stent that he's going to get caught, dragged to ground. So we'll see another ball up.
To his credit, I called it earlier that Hansen always finds front spot in this ruck contest. And whoever it is, whether it be Sinclair or Penny, are coming over the top of him.
Teachery Gully's forward line is just so much congested. If they get it, I'd like to see this. Payneham Norwood Union it was. Come in, but another ball up, so third ball up. The crowd's excited. They're loving it here, TJ.
Good play there by Paddy Sanzo, just again to get a hand in and halve the contest, keep it neutral. Otherwise, Teachery Gully could have been off and running courtesy of the McKay boys.
Can we get the ball out? Sinclair it is, gets his best effort.
Wagner.
Out it comes. Dizzy's been good. Haven't minded him.
O'Leary at half forward now. Pinchy Donahue looking for it. He finds it. He's taken off the ball.
Oh, jeez.
Giannini now, quick hands. Ansel on the left. Look for Davis. He does.
Kick
and
to
he
advantage.
finds him.
Yeah, kick to advantage. That's football smarts right there, mate.
Hasn't done a lot, we've said today, but I mean, he's got to go back and kick this right on siren.
Yes.
28.
And this would make the scores level. So it's Gully's by 6 points. This to make it all squared away at 3/4 time. Currently it's Payneham 5-15. Teachery Gully 7-9.
Call it through, TJ.
Yeah, lining up for his second. Davis from 20 metres out and a slight angle has put it straight through the middle. Here come the Falcons. Scores 11 at 3/4 time. It's Payneham Norwood Union 6-15. Teachery Gully 7 goals 9. Teachery Gully win, they may go top. If Payneham win, they get a home final. It's all happening here. Your thoughts on the third quarter, please, Tony Neal.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's really got them excited here. It sort of went in dribs and drabs, didn't it? Because that first 5 or 6 minutes, it was all Payneham Norwood Union. The Gullies came back, had a couple of shots on goal, finally scored the goal. We see Menzel screwing around over the head and kicking goal as well. Payneham Norwood Union fought back and finishing off very well there. That's a team-lifting goal there. And I'll tell you what, Rook kept them in that quarter. Christian Rook really enjoyed his quarter there. Up forward a couple of times, he beat 2-on-1. The run and carry, they're changing the ruckman now. Jolly and Hansen sort of in 5-minute bursts that last quarter. But I tell you what, it's worked. It's tactical. That's what you call coaching. You've got to find a way. Don't just stick to the same plan. Find a way that will get you through it. And in this hot weather, maybe that is going to work. it's those shorter bursts with the ruckman. They're not super athletes, let's say, but they don't need to be. They need to be good at what their craft is. And it's worked for them, and I think the Gullies need to pick up on that.
Yeah, so it was 3 goals 6 to 2 goal 5 that quarter, Tony. You wouldn't say there's barely a zephyr of wind out here, and nothing to speak of. Plenty of carry for the ball going either way. So look, this is anyone's game. The team that can run over the top and run out and most definitely take their opportunities is going to win this game. You dare say we thought it would be the winning team would get 15 goals today. The winning team's probably only going to need to kick 10 by the looks of it, but they're going to have to kick straight in this last quarter, Luke Hosey.
Yeah, they are. Just a quick score from Pedlar Reserve. It's Seaton, you think, heading to Division 2. Seaton 12-6-78 to North Haven 6-11-47. So a commanding 5 goals, 131 lead. Glenunga 9-5, Jep 6-7 at half time. Paraka 6-4, Edwardstown 5-9, so another close one in Division 4. Scores out of Division 7. We have Marion 6-5, Sullivans Beach, Lonsdale 6-3.
Yeah, so close game there, 2 points in it. Just like this one, you know, scores all tied up. We knew we were going to get a great battle, and that's what we've got. And just looking at the two squads now, the Gullies did break into their groups of 3. They're now coming all together. And Payneham Norwood Union, Macca's just walking around. It looks pretty calm out there. The players are all listening, quite tentative. I'll tell you what, there's a big crowd around the Payneham Norwood Union group as well, as TJ's going to bring another guest in.
Just a quick one, Tony. We're going to be joined by a man who's pretty important to interview today, because this is the man that actually got Gary McIntosh to the footy club and is happy to take all the credit for it and all our success. Welcome to the show, Tommy Churik, the Hands of Steel.
Hello, my fellow Croatian.
Kakosi.
Dobra.
Robbed in the World Cup, weren't we?
We did the right. 3 million people in the country that finished second in the world. Did the right, I guess.
Yeah, dirty French at least. They imported all their stars. Anyway, let's talk about today, mate. It's a close game. Clearly, scores are level. How important is this one to Payneham today?
Well, more than important, because if we win this, we get a home final next week. So Port Districts, I believe, are down a couple of goals at half time, but I'm not sure if they're travelling now. But if they lose, it's a different story. But we obviously got to win today. Yep.
I'm not sure any word on what the score is between Ross Trevor and Prince Alfred.
No, I haven't looked at any other scores. So,
yeah, because obviously Tea Tree Gully still with a top chance to go top. So plenty of ramifications. You've seen every game this year, haven't you, mate?
I haven't missed one. I've missed one trial game at Tanunda. That's the only game I've missed.
Fair enough too. What's been obviously we tend to start slow each year, and we've got going. What's got us going throughout the year?
Well, we need good starts. Today we started with 0 goals, 9 points, I believe. Whenever we get off to a good start, as we previously played Tea Tree Gully, we got off to a good start, we end up winning easily. So we need to get off to a good start. Yep. When we get off to a poor start, we generally tend to lose that game. Yep. That's what I've noticed. So confidence is a big thing with this Payneham mob.
Just in as well, it is currently Ross Trevor leading PAC by 2 points. So that's a huge margin in the ramification of the finals. You've been watching closely today?
Yes, watched virtually every moment.
Best players for today for you?
I enjoyed the ruckman's effort in the first half. He was doing the right with the taps. Brett Ansell in the guts was getting the ball out. Dylan Orcello can't be beaten at the back lines. He's been one of the best players all year.
He's just an unbelievable mark of the football, isn't he?
And Wags' son is he brings the ball down. He's got those telescopic arms. So he brings the ball down.
Tentacles.
Yes, so he brings the ball down, even though he's missed a few shots, but he's done the right as well. And of course, the old McFly, Pierce Seymour, he's just a star.
Why do you call him McFly?
He had a haircut about 4 years ago, like
George McFly.
And it sticks with him, and his dad's actually called George McFly.
Is that right?
George.
Nice. Now, Tommy, you've been around for a long time. We've made it to a few grand finals, haven't quite got the job done. Have we got a list if we get a roll on? Can we take out the Div 1 premiership? So you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, but is the list good enough?
The list is good enough. I believe Forster's done his backer today. Other than that, we're virtually full strength. If we had Agarastas in, I believe he's decided to go plumbing instead of playing football, would be at full strength. So no excuses. We can't go through from here, but we are virtually playing a top side today, and we're pretty close to winning this. So we could probably go all the way, but to the last few years we've come from like fourth, and it does wear you down by the time you get to the grand final.
Tommy, thanks very much for joining us. Your tip for the remainder of the game?
Well, I believe we should come home. We'll start the run better. I think we can run the game out a bit quicker than them. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll win.
Anyone from around Australia you want to say hello to? Maybe Jeff Clark, he loves you.
Clarkie can stick up his bum. Most pathetic football I've seen in my life.
Thank you very much.
Hope you're listening, Clarkie.
Thanks very much. Thanks, Tommy.
See you, mate.
Thanks, Johnny. See you at the bar. All right, Tony will be joining us momentarily. Athelston, is that Athelston and Modbury? Athelston lead Modbury by 8 goals. Ross Trevor leading PAC by just 2 points as we start the last quarter. First tap, Tea Tree Gully. First clearance, Tea Tree Gully. Down the half-forward line, Tiggerman stands back. High contact there, certainly. And it is a Tea Tree Gully free kick. Spittle, the man with a long neck, looks for Melville. Danger signs. Good spoil, Seymour.
Even good piece, Seymour today.
Yes, the ball just out the danger area momentarily for now. Gullies with the ball though. They feed it backwards. Quick kick and playing in front. Good play there, Matty Nye. He's come into it in the last quarter. Welcome back, Tony.
Thank you very much. So, yeah, Nye in front there, and I'll tell you what, the other one, Pierce Seymour, when he did do that tap, he just followed it out as well, you know, so they're full of run. They all had their arms around each other at three-quarter time there. They know what's on the line here. Up it goes now. Good grab in the background there, Jordan Miller. He's got a player here free, Mackay. He needs to hit him, Zach Mackay. Does so. Quick handball over the top to the brother. So he gets it to Alex Mackay. Out it comes. Big high kick into the forward line. Personos not able to get it. He's been very quiet today, Personos, and round it comes.
Shower makers.
Oh, he's run too far.
Hasn't had any impact and hasn't been around the fall of the ball. He's been playing deep forward all day.
Really quickly, boys. Three-quarter time. The SAAFL, huge upset on the cards. Port Adelaide Magpies lead North by 15 points. The Bulldogs trail the Eagles by 13 points. That would be a turnout if those two games were turned out that way. And we are 30 metres around from the Tea Tree Gully goal. Tapped by Payneham. One down though. Tea Tree Gully on the snap. Looked like Personos to me. Ball bobbing around like the old proverbial cork in the ocean, Luke Hosey. Hard to get a good clearance there. And once again, we're going to have a ball up about 40 metres out now from the Tea Tree Gully goal.
Yeah, he'd be one player there. Adam Machado would be looking to lift. That would be Peter Personos. Hasn't done much, so you need a bit from him.
So a lot of players around the ball. Tiggerman square of the ball about 30 metres off out here on the flank. Players just crawling along. That was Big Penny, it was. Just crawling along on hands and knees trying to lift himself up. And I'll tell you what, if there's about 22, 23 minutes to go in the quarter, he's got a big quarter ahead of him, especially if they're going to rotate the ruckman. So there he is again. That was
up and under. Umpires saying play on, play on, play on. So it is
kick,
indeed play on.
Back
coming out this way, that away. Quick kick again. That should be play on as well. It's out of bounds on the full. Right near this sneaky little entrance gate we use when there's a Javor junction in motion, which you might even see in the coming weeks.
Dylan Sharmaker. So nice left foot kick down the ground. The ruckman can't quite get there. Big pack
players,
forms.
yeah, they spoiled each other there. Cute little toe poke was actually effective there by, looked like Giannini perhaps, but now it's Tea Tree Gully to full forward, running back with it. Ollie Pride, well done. Looks like Jesus, and he's got a player out in the near side here. And they fly. That's Giannini, so it couldn't have been him before. Takes the mark. He's come in.
Well today.
Ansell on the left. Looks for Jolly.
Today,
hits
Ansell.
up Jolly. He'll go to Davis. He'll go long, Willie. He does go to Davis. This way, that way. Get back there, Davis. Not quite. Again, the weight of numbers allows Hallandale to drop back in.
Hug it. It is there. Puts the arm up in the air as he kicks and trying to take that with one arm.
Yeah.
And he's got the free. They're coming forward here, Payneham Norwood Union.
First goal
get a start on it.
Crucial, boys. I know that's a stupid statement. First goal is huge in this quarter.
The ruckman Penny's just gone back to fill the hole.
Got to go to rookie. Go to rookie.
Yeah, but
go to Christian Rook.
Penny's back there. Just as we call that, up it comes. Rookie over the top.
Again,
destroys that ball.
Defensive spoil.
Oh, slow there was Cameron Sandico.
Davis comes out. Pride. Quick kick. Jolly from 50 goes bang!
He's got it.
How do you like them apples, Christian Lambos? That is an absolute beauty from Nick Jolly from 50. And in the words of Mr. Perfect from 1988, you can't do that. That is a fantastic goal, and I said that first one was huge. It's Jolly's second, and it's Payneham's 7th. 7:15 plays 7-9, and at the 4-minute mark of the final quarter, Payneham lead by that goal. But Tony, this game is far from over.
I tell you what, that's the team lifting goal. That was just sensational, wasn't it? You know, running down. He knew he could kick it, probably 45 to 50 out, little angle, but that's been a smart footballer. He's come off the ground now, I reckon, and Jay Hanson's up in the ruck. I'd probably put Nick Jolly second best, to be honest, out there. So certainly up there. Oh, trying to soccer it very dangerously there, O'Leary.
Oh, he's an awkward fella.
I tell you what, he's punched it this time. Look now, there's a one-on-one. Oh, if you can't get down to it, mate, it's going to be turned over. Yep, Payneham Norwood Union.
Out the back here, Orcello.
Player down.
Orcello with a cool head as well, and he looks for Rook running backwards where men fear to tread. Good spoil there. Well done by the young fella. The country bumpkin, is it? It was...
Rook it is, comes out with it.
Geordie Miller that caused the spillage there.
Oliver Pride
Tea Tree
forward.
Gully, he's been held off the ball. It should be a free.
Haggard.
Yep.
No, he's
Free
paid
kick.
the free. He's paid that free.
The free
you
was
talked
there to
about,
pinch
yeah.
it. You saw him grab him by the arm to prevent him to get to the contest.
Yeah, free kick to Pinchy.
Yep.
Picked it well, TJ. So Josh O'Donoghue.
Well, I saw it, but it doesn't mean they're going to pay it.
Sorry, yeah.
Especially today.
So
no.
he's 50 out. So, he's unsure. This way, that way. Just pops it into the hot spot in the pocket. And
Liam Davis.
That's the thing about a day like today, boys. Someone like Liam Davis, without stating the bleeding obvious, doesn't get any shorter. On a dry day, he's still a 6'3" lad who can jump 3 foot off the ground. And if you put the ball out in front of him, he's going to be harder to stop as the day goes because your defenders get tired.
Funnily enough today, most of the scoring has gone at the Hydrosmart end of the ground rather than the Pernix end of the ground. But this quarter we've seen all the footy at the Pernix end of the ground or the southern end of the ground.
So he's in the pigeon pocket and he's squared that.
Yeah.
There isn't any breeze either. There's no breeze.
7-16 plays 7-9 host. Too early for handy points, but who knows?
Hey, this is their biggest lead of the day to Payneham. 7 points.
It is.
Out.
Good stat there, Tuberhead.
Comes out to Sandico. Sandico, just a little chip kick, gives it a bit of air. He's a long way away though, Matthew Sten. He's on the half-back flank, just pushes that ball onto his foot, down to a big pack. Melville can't get to it. Big punch. Menzel's taking quick handball.
There's that strength.
Here's Melville now, just bundled out of it. I tell you what, once again, Dylan Ochilio just doesn't care, just pushes him out of the way and says, I'll take it.
Yeah,
and
really
they're just looking a bit fitter, aren't they, on top of the ground, Payneham Norwood Union? Just
at the moment, but in that late in the third quarter, we all thought Gullies were. You know,
ebbs and flows. That's what happens when two good teams play each other. Hanson misses, has a bit of an airy. Hanson comes in, doesn't actually hit the tackle. He needed to hit that. And then it looked like Jamo Bauer hit the tackle early, but nothing doing there. No free to Matty Sten.
As we all know, too, kicking a goal or two, that brings momentum to your side. You know, if you're down, well, you know, everyone's lifted.
So once again, there are two players behind the rucks. There's no wings. There's no one in the centre square at all as we speak. A few players around. Payneham Norwood Junior win the tap, take it in one hand, Giannini, and just...
And
board in there.
just got a match up down the bottom. He's had his number all day. Mac Haynes has taken care of Personos today, but it doesn't have to be your day. It could be your moment. They've got Personos playing as the deepest. If they can get it to him, he'll be dangerous.
And there's not even a Zephyr out there today. It's been the perfect day, hasn't it? Just you can score at either end.
And
just
thankfully
perfect.
not a Zephyr coming out of you today.
So Sean Makers, it is, gives the ball back to the umpire straight away. He throws up. Penny just pushes, bullies his way out, taken to the ground. Menzel, two handballs, bang. Oh, taken high, remonstrating with Stent in the background. Ball on the ground.
Well done, Pride.
Numbers. There's numbers there, Luke Hosey.
Yep.
Oh.
That's a free kick around the head.
Look at him spread. Look at him spread.
Yeah,
out the other side.
Out to the far side.
Yep.
I don't think you can have the switch though. No, they just come inboard.
Oh,
there's where he wanted it.
Yeah, Seymour, they kick it to him because he's really good.
He had to hit the target.
Now they get the spread. Oh, he's actually come down the middle. Tiggerman reaches high, doesn't he?
Just too much height.
Did well there.
Big levers, isn't he?
Short penetrating kick.
Great kick. Personos. Oh, I tell you what, we've seen free kicks like that paid before.
Yes, we have.
It was pushed forward there in the contest and on the juggle, and it's a little bit like a box of chocolates. You never know what the umpire's going to give you.
Penny takes front position, pushes to his advantage. Payneham Norwood Union player now taking the ground. There's 2, 4, 6. There's about 16 people.
Eyes front, Luke Hosey.
16
Eyes
people,
front.
16 people in around the pack here, and umpire's about to ball up again.
Tony, focus.
I like this warm weather. It's starting to bring out.
There's nothing like a bit of warm weather.
Look at the amount of players around it taking it very quickly.
Out the ruck. That one's against Dylan Showermakers.
He had that tap to him. He had it for 2 seconds, got tackled, and the umpire said, well, I'll call it.
Interesting.
So
Rookie down back now, Christian Rook.
Yeah, right down to the wing now. 2-on-1, McKay. Nice overhead.
The leg speed of Alex McKay to get to that contest. A lot of people wouldn't have got to that one. You don't want to harp on the good players too much, but he really is a fantastic footballer.
He's got Penny in the middle if he wants him. Elects to go long.
That's probably not his strength, a long kick, but he finds.
Good grab, Melville.
Melville swings on the right. He's looking for... It looked like he was... I'm not sure he was looking for, but it's going.
Oh.
Had just touched, was it?
It was almost I'll just wheel around and boot it down there and hope. But I mean, look, we're not the ones out there. Easy to say from here.
10-minute mark, final quarter. It is Payneham by a goal. I'm going to call it early this time. Could we have another draw?
No, Scotch.
Scotch leading by about 33 points. So it looks like Scotch will get over
Flinders Park.
So Mac
Haynes, it is out
North
of the
Haven
fullback
Scotch
position.
next week.
Yes.
Kicks inside square here to to Pierce Seymour. Around it goes, players bobbling around. Nice pick-up. Free man in the middle. There he
Cute
is.
little pick
Finds him.
there.
He's looking for the handball.
Allegio.
Just wheels it. Didn't really have a good look there. He just wheeled around.
Jolly
and
caught behind.
Yeah, over
There's
the
Wagner,
top.
takes possession,
good
gets the
take.
handball off, swings on the right from 40, a flying shot.
He's got it.
Is Abiute.
Is that Giannini? Who is that?
Looked like Giannini, but I could be wrong.
I reckon it's Giannini.
I'll tell you what, Wagner's attack on the ball there. No care for the body. He just went through. Got it to their advantage, and they've kicked the goal. That was sensational play out there.
Boys, just quickly, cometh the moment, cometh the man. Captain of Payneham, when needed, 40 metres out, flying shot on the run, Johnny Giannini. Look, you can't help but think since he stopped strapping both knees, he tried strapping both knees for a game, ended up running like a penguin, has abandoned ship on that, and he's come good since then.
Is he as fat as a penguin?
No, he's not as fat as a penguin. They are a chunky creature, but let's stay focused. Luke Hosey, huge goal. Tony.
Up it goes. Yeah, Payneham Norwood Junior. Oh, here they come back again, Tea Tree Gully. So that's Dylan Showmakers out. Player on the ground as Menzel wanting a free kick there. Not able to get it. Just the body language now. They're starting to just slump a little bit, the Gullies.
Still 20 minutes left, 15 minutes left in this one, mate.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time. They've got it in their forward line. Capitalised now. This time we see all the players in around the ball. So they haven't really got anyone out wide here. Probably 50-50 in the ruck tap, trying to barge through is McKay, and he's taken the ground like a rag doll by Jolly, I reckon it is out there.
Trinity 10-10 lead Fitzroy 6-3, so it looks like Trinity through to the grand final with Ross Trevor.
Yep.
Ross Trevor still 2 points up against PAC. Sorry.
It's actually Jay Hansen there who took the tap. So another ball up. This is really starting to take a toll now. There's 2 players on their own in the goal square. Up it goes. Tea Tree Gully, third man up. McKay can't quite get to it. Drag the ground there as the Tea Tree Gully player. Ball bobbling around. I'll tell you what, this is where the old Alan Jean's guts and determination is going to be needed here by the players. Now we see those players, and one of them was, I reckon that was Menzel, have come up into that play. So there's no one in the goal square now for the Gullies. Have a look. You throw a blanket over them. You're not all going to touch the ball, boys.
Yeah,
you're not all going to touch it.
Yep.
McKay pushes off his player. They get it to him. Dragged the ground by another player there, and that was Chase Bauer. Good tackle.
Okay.
Just clever there. You watch McKay, just got up with the ball. He starts next to his player. He pushes off him. He can't do it a second time. No second effort. Ball bobbles out. Stent it is. Can he get around? This way, that
Good
way.
play.
Comes
Evasive.
back inside, gives it to
Good
a player
hands.
running a goal on the left foot.
Showmakers maybe.
And I'll tell you what, he's
missed
it.
it. Crucial miss.
Far
Just quickly,
side.
closing stage of the C6 second semi-final. PAC looking like they're going to win their 26-point lead. Thanks for all the updates, especially the Dwayne Pipe. Dwayne Freeman, of course, just grew up just around the corner from Payneham Footy Club.
Wanted a shout out a minute.
You did want to shout out and you got one. There you go. Dwayne, you owe me a beer.
So Seymour it is. I'll tell you what, he kicks to himself. He gets that almost to the wing for Payneham Norwood Union. Backing up, though, is Tiggerman. Gets rid of the ball, gives it back to Payneham Norwood Union on the left foot.
Chachi Low.
Player running.
Use your pace, son.
There it is.
Go Paul Ho.
I'll tell you what, 2-on-1. Can't quite get there. The bounce pops up.
Numbers game there, wins for Tea Tree Gully.
Oh, dangerous kick inside. Penny can't
Looks for
get
the
it.
ruckman.
That is a dangerous kick. McKay will mop it up. Oh,
Jolly
he's
at ground
cleaned up
level,
there.
releases the
Done.
handball.
I reckon McKay's done
Giannini.
ribs or
Free
shoulder or arm. Yeah, I think in danger, but I'll tell you what,
Okay.
he dived down for that and pushed it.
I'll tell you what, Jake Huggard out here.
He's not good.
He's got an.
Yeah, Mackay looks
he's
in
not
a bit
good.
of bother,
He
doesn't
dived at that. I saw that.
He's going to give a handball.
Ribs, I reckon.
Be awake for the handball. He's one around the
No,
back. He's looking for the switch now.
He's got the player.
Oh,
A bit of a
he is
messy
struggling.
kick here, and it's Jordan Miller.
Weren't aware there, were they?
So Miller it is, comes a lot wider. Huggard, is it?
Yeah, Huggard.
So he turns on the right boot. Geez, he kicks that
up
high.
and
He's
under.
kicked that to
Jolly
a 50-50.
in best position.
Jolly says, I'll just stand here, boys. Away they go.
Melville, well done.
He-
Off
he
the
couldn't
ground,
get to
nice
it.
and
Yeah,
quick.
it was quick though.
Marcello though.
Yeah.
Playing it,
Here comes
around
the
the
barrel.
Pointy ball.
And it works a treat. I tell you what.
Chaos kick.
Yes, here's Ollie Pride. Ollie Pride down
Can't
the line
quite
to
get it over
Rookie.
the top.
Rookie
Yes, he
keeps
can.
it in. He's strong. Oh, he's chunky.
Really
to
strong through the
Giannini.
core, isn't he?
Back to Rookie.
Go, Christian
Here come the Falcons. Hanson. He'll go to Hanson. You're hot, son.
No, he didn't grab him in the tackle. That's a great
Hands
kick.
up. Brady Ansell.
Yeah,
Rookie.
great work, Christian Rook.
The ball started back here. Jolly's still trying to get a rest.
Gully's blokes didn't attack the footy. They waited for it to bounce.
And three players stood around it. I'll tell you who started it. Ollie Pride, young Ollie Pride. We talk about that not being your day, but could be your moment. Those little contests that you get in, you can change the pattern of a game in one of those contests.
Didn't attack the footy. Ball bounced up. Nick Jolly.
No.
Rook went away with it.
How impressive was it? That's intestinal fortitude there. You got players coming at you.
Intestinal fortitude.
I thought he was going to give it off, but he said, no, I'll push off.
Yep.
He picked it.
Ansel from 40, no good. But it brings it back to a 2-goal game in favour of Payneham. They lead by 12 points. 8-17 plays 7-11
so
as Tea Tree Gully play quickly.
Yeah, Huggard comes wide straight away with the bandage on the head. Short kick. You can't take that on your chest.
No, got to be hands out in front. And we talk. Look at the length of his arms.
How long his arms are. Noodles.
He chuck a carriage in his hand. You could turn him into one of those Ferris wheels.
Approaching 15.5 minutes gone this final term.
Belby was up against it there, but
big punch by Jolly.
Oh, it's inside 50, boys.
Good as a kick, that one.
And it's out again.
And just out in the full. Just starting to roll in the favour of Payneham here. I reckon if they kick one here, they can really break this open. And,
that's Matthew Nye.
Yeah, Matty Nye. He was quiet in the first half. I challenged him to lift. They've been good in the second half. All the on-ballers have lifted. All of this, of course, without Alex Forster going down very early in the game.
So he's just going to drive it down the line. Yep, comes into the forward pocket. Jolly can't quite get to it. It wasn't Jolly, actually. It was Liam Davis. Ball just dribbles out.
And just quickly,
that's where they
Tony,
want it.
Sorry, just quickly, again, must be a breeze down at Glenunga because Glenunga have been run over in that quarter. They now lead by only 4 points going into the last, going with the scoring
Jets in front.
No? Yeah, 66 plays.
No, Jets in front, 10-10, 70. Lead Glenunga 9-12, 66.
Jets by 4 points, so Jets have run over him a little bit in that quarter. Yeah, so anyway. Jeff Hurd, we can't read what Jeff Hurd's written. Ball up here, 30 metres out from Payneham. McKay, quick kick to Showermakers, it looked like to me. Here comes Sanzo, good overhead, and that's what you're talking about before, Tony. Take it over your head, take the risk, play the hard footy. 65 metres out. Kicking towards, kicks it to the hot spot, ugly kick, and it's all Tea Tree Gully.
Tell you what, Jolly was thrown out of that, and the umpire let that go. Yeah. He was actually manhandled out of it. And Menzel, now
kick,
this is where they're at, Tea Tree Gully. Menzel's in the back line.
And the two will win. No, another free kick. That's
Melville. But look at the players back here out of the back line. They're all trying to stream forward. Now the players have caught up.
25 metres, you'd suggest.
There's a swarm. Look at that. It's a swarm of players trying to get down there. Just one step, kicks it about 15 metres. Huggard, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
He's looking.
I'll get on the binos.
They're telling him to go to the goals. He's miskicked it high and wide. And I tell you what, there's a grab. He's pushed in the back.
Yep.
Zach Mackay.
Free kick.
Yep.
And is that our telescopic man? I think it is Tom Wagner.
Yep.
Oh, he's gone left out the back, so he's gone minus 10 metres. Gets it across. Dangerous man to have it though. Pierce Seymour. Look at that. He's kicked it down to the wing. Get up at the back, and he does. Or Chelio, geez, I'll tell you what, I've liked his game.
Trinity through to a grand final, lead by 37 points the last. We'll take the rest of the scores from out of the ground after the game because this one's going to come down to the wire. 12 points the difference. Giannini on the wing now.
10 minutes to go.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, Orcello and McKay.
I don't like to see on
and he's off.
Field there.
He's gone.
Who is?
They're still having another go, and I don't blame him for having to go back with what I saw there. That was
free kick and 25.
Very poor.
That's against Zach McKay, is it?
What did he do? Something off the footy, did he?
Well, the use of knees, let's just say.
Well, I reckon the camera
a long way off.
The umpire saw it and didn't report him, so there could have been a lot there.
Oh, but
in here.
Sorry?
Need him in the arse.
Oh, okay.
From behind when he wasn't looking.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Probably not reported. With this day and age, you might have to go into counselling for that stuff like that.
Patrick Sanzo with the ball on the half-forward line.
Get 4.
Yeah. Payneham just maybe starting to think about slow playing. I don't know about that.
Bit of congestion.
Looking for a rookie. 5 on 1.
Look at him.
5 on 1. Come on, Payneham. You're going to be better than that.
The only trouble here
this week for umpire abuse.
Menzel's taken that, but Menzel's in the back line now. He's had 2 kicks down back.
Again,
and he's kicking it down to where he needs to be. There's no one there. Melville's just going to wheel.
And Personos, here he goes. Taylor made for Personos. Mac Haynes has had his number all day, but Personos, and good support. Well done there. Chase Bauer getting it
hold of that, boys.
Hanson.
In the middle.
Awkward bouncing ball. Allegio keeps his feet.
Yeah, well, handball to Stead.
Stead takes the player on. That's gone, but no. Umpire says no. Pressure just starting to tell now. Now, there's only been 2 goals this quarter, boys, so I'd suggest another 8 minutes to play at the most. I'm going to shoot down and see how long to go in real time.
No, there's 19 and a half minutes in.
Yep.
And I was just going to say, that centre of the ground doesn't get any softer as McKay. Oh, he's allowed to run free, but a bit of a helicopter ball. 2-on-1 here. First the ball there, just dropping the ball out. There's his brother, couldn't quite take it. Wagner has been super impressive. And there he is again. McKay has just dropped him in the back play there. Big hands in the chest dropping. But anyway, Payneham Norwood Union come forward. Strong in the air, not able to take it. Huggett it is. Now comes around. I'll tell you what though, that ball's right in.
Menzel's been good on Davis.
You just feel like this is going down the wire, boys. 4.5 minutes of real time to go. 4.5 minutes of real time.
He's had 3 or 4 kicks back. He was going to go the screen. No, he's going to drop punt.
You can't see him losing. Can't see him losing.
No, look at their numbers. Look, 3 or 4 round the ball. Anyway, it's going to be a throw in here.
Well, you suggest Gullies probably need to kick 3. They've kicked 7 all day, and they need to kick 3 in 4 minutes.
They need to kick 2 goals, 1 in 4.5 minutes to win, and can't see it happening.
That's assuming Payneham don't score. You think Payneham might have another score in them.
So,
gee, I
once again, a shorter bit of a push in the back, Penny, and he's just stood there with hands on hips. There's a little bit of stuff going on off the ball there. Menzel's just dropped the player.
Hanson, tackle, taken to the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. What we don't need now is a silly umpire's decision. Stay out the game, let the players do their thing.
Menzel on bow there, hands on hips. A lot of static play.
Here's McKay.
Been good. Gets
good
it
release.
Out for a player facing the goals.
McWaters. Been quiet this quarter, McWaters.
Yeah, on his wrong foot for
pretty good the first 3 quarters.
Very good. Here's Sanzo. Sanzo's been all right as well. Haynes in there. Well done. Good support. Paul Lowe. Or Cello would just go bang. Make it someone else's problem. But beautiful red. McWaters. He's tackled. He's gone.
Hold the ball.
Who was that tackle?
That's great tackle.
Jack
Paul Lowe.
Paul Lowe just coughs it up, tries to get it through there to Pitchy Donahue.
Another tackle.
Again, Payneham might be out here. Are they out?
They can't quite get it out, can they?
Pitchy Donahue this way, that away. He's caught and caught high. Now, once again, it's 6-on-1 back here, so he can't kick long here. Jolly desperately trying to get back on the ground. Yes. Hanson's going to go.
They don't have to make it quick either, Payneham Norwood Union. They just chip it around. That's what they're doing. They're going to go backwards to a cello.
Exactly as you've called it. Yep, he's gone backwards. They're just going to hold it up a bit, Luke.
Just going to chip it around. Why not?
Yep.
Make him catch them up all over the field.
Get it in the hands of Seymour. Now Ansell, both beautiful users of the football. Back to Seymour. It has to happen almost. It does.
Every club practices this now at training, don't they?
So, free. A little bit of keeping's off, isn't it?
Just chip it around, chip it around.
And the Gullies now, you know, I
just
talked about that.
Allegio.
They can't pick them up.
Allegio, yes. Just
grabs
a hold of him.
Jolly.
Just hit up targets. That's all they got to do.
Sanzo. Just getting the stats up here. Just all positive.
A good play by Payneham. They're just hitting up targets, aren't they?
Yep. Bauer will look for Donahue, maybe. No. Might be time to go long down the line. No, good run, good lead, well done. Brady Ansell. Now, he was involved in the early chain. Ansell now swings onto the right. It looks like his best position is Matty Nye.
And that's a great result for Payneham out of bounds in the left full forward pocket.
And we're probably down to about 3 minutes of real time to go. Payneham, if they can jag a goal here, that's just about done.
22.50 into this final term.
Probably saw 8 or 10 possessions there to get that ball forward, but they're smart. They've done it well coached, and Jolly can't quite get there, but doesn't matter because Penny hits it the wrong way anyway.
Big Jolly got a ball.
Round he goes on the left foot, bombs it into the goal. Is it Davis? And
that's
just
the point.
Through.
That's a very handy point.
Now they can't lose. Now they can't lose.
Oh, they can lose, but it would be very unlikely.
Menzel on the left again.
And
goes
Pride,
long, and that's
go coast to coast, mate. All of a sudden, it's game on.
Through the middle of the ground.
Bounce,
Pride chasing.
This kick needs to hit a target.
And well done, Mac Haynes. He's going to be in the best players.
He's been really good.
He has absolutely owned first class. Danger. Danger, pushing backwards, and Haynes might concede that point.
Yeah, smart. You can do that in amateur footy, not the AFL, so yeah.
Out they come now, just into the back pocket.
And he'll look for Sanzo.
Pierce Seymour with the footy.
Yeah. Liked his game back there today. He's a smart footballer as well. Seems to be, TJ seems like he's in control a lot of the time when the ball's in his hand, doesn't panic.
I hate the use of the word quarterback, but that's what he is. He takes
Look at the grab. There he is.
Testicles, Wagner. Testicles.
I'll tell you what, he's been good too. He's
19, 20 years of age, only a boy.
Only just turned 20. He's a young 22.
And earlier on in the game, when it was close, just that, that's a nice kick too. Fair kick. Jolly.
Good spoil.
He'll give it everything, won't he?
Yep.
That'll get it out of bounds. So poor old Menzel, I tell you what, he's had 4 or 5 kicks down the back line. He's now up on the half forward flank trying to get this next ball. could be done and dusted for them here. 8 goals 18 to 7 goals 12 on the firm Harley Evans scoreboard.
12-point margin in the last 2 minutes of the game now, so it looks like Payneham are home. Looks like it.
So Jolly it is, can't quite take the ball, taps it to his player, gets it back. Around the corner they come.
He's taking another mark.
He's going well, the young lad.
Take your 30
seconds. He's got a wheel
seconds.
on the left foot. He's got a player inside. Doesn't see him on the half-back
We've got
line.
Payneham and Port Districts here next week, you'd think.
Yes, it does look that way.
So he's bringing players across. He's going to go down the line. Umpire calls play on. Touched it was. Off hands.
No, that'll do.
Can't get it out.
We're in the final minute now. This is Paynham's win. Payneham 12 points up in the final minute of the game. So the Falcons will finish 4th this year. They'll host a home final next week. It'll be a huge day. And they'll be making an application for a C6 prelim. I'm just quietly tipping as well, boys. It's going to be a big day.
So ball over the tap. Payneham Norwood come forward again. This man's been a really good player second half. Rookie, as we call that.
Been good today.
No, this is Huggard.
I get the two confused, sorry.
Left or right foot. Oh, just a handball over to his player in trouble there. Backs up. Good play. Oh, hits the ground, no. Bilby can't quite take it, puts a shepherd in for someone there, lifts the elbow, gets away with it. Yeah, he looked a bit slow out there today, but I'll tell you what, this bloke's been good at cello. Look at that. Flicks it back.
The P. Seymour's also been good on Melbourne.
Yeah, look at him. Look at the space they've got.
There it is.
There it is. I don't know what the load limit is on the balcony up here, but I'll tell you what, she's rocking a bit.
Oh, you have to come here for the final next week, Tony, although we might be somewhere else. But
could be anywhere.
We could be anywhere, who knows? We might be at the Glenunga Grand Final. But at the end, it was Payneham, and that score is gone like a flash. It was Payneham 8-18. That's right, 8-18, 66. Tea Tree Gully 7-12-54. Goal kickers for the Falcons. Christian Rook kicked 2. Nick Jolly kicked 2. Liam Davis with 1. Matty Nye with 1. Pierce Seymour with 1. Johnny Giannini with 1, probably the sealer. And Liam Davis with 1. For Tea Tree Gully, it was Ryan Spittle with 2. And singles to Alex McKay, Troy Menzel, Matthew Stent, Thomas Bilby and Trent Melville. Before we go to scores from out of grounds, thoughts, feelings, emotions, Tony Neal.
Well, it was a humdinger. This was the game we said at the start. It was going to, there's a really big reward on the end of this, and reward it was. And I'll tell you what, Christian Rookie's second half, Nick Jolly, played his heart out for them. Tom Wagner, I'll tell you what, for a young lad, really impressed with his game out there today. He really gives them something. And Dylan Orcello was just fantastic. Really, he played with confidence.
Sorry to interrupt. You know every club has that one dickhead? That was him.
Just patting you on the back.
Yeah, I just belting me like a dick. Yeah. Well done, know when you're drunk. But, carry on.
Orcello was really.
See, that's how you do it.
Really impressive. I'll tell you what, you've got a lot of friends here, TJ.
Yeah, and just a quick shout out all the way from America. One of our star players in America, Gavin Roberts, has enjoyed the call. Thanks, Gav. Glad to see the Falcons through to another final. Sorry, Tony, I won't interrupt you again.
No, that's okay. And so players shaking hands in the middle. But Payneham Norwood Union, close game. Do you know what? It's what you need coming into the finals, though. You'd rather have a close game than one of these wishy-washy games where you win by 10 goals, because it's going to set you up for the finals. If they're playing here next week, rock hard ground, hot day, it's going to be like this again next week. And they've had their preparation, fantastic. And the good thing, well, they've had one injury, I reckon, was it Forster?
It might not be rock hard. It could be rain and 14 next week, but that time will tell. Carry on. Yes, Forster was injured.
And look, just for the other team, obviously Mackay is always hard at it. Probably not as dominant as last week, but certainly hard at it. Showing makers at times. Matthew Stent got a lot of the ball. Menzel tried hard. Bilby, we saw, was probably a little bit more quiet, and then Melville gave them a little bit up forward, but they just tended to, and Jack Asprey in the first half, but they just tended to drop away there, Tea Tree Gully. Yeah,
I felt Alex McKay was outstanding. Again, he's had more than 30 touches on a day. Menzel, we probably has that level of expectation a little higher than other people, so, you expect more from him, but he was very, very good. Spittle was very dangerous at times, as you said. But in the end, when Payneham were able to get on top in the midfield, they ended up being too good. So, look, at the end of the day for Tea Tree Gully, this could mean that they now have an away first final, which isn't ideal, but they're in the finals with a double chance, so they'll like that. And just before the Payneham team just about to make their May off the ground. So you'll hear the ovation from the crowd here, the Payneham balcony, nothing like it, absolutely. Great game there by the Falcons, being greeted by all. Plenty of high fives around. Very happy with the boys. Jolly just leading them off with Davis there, Paul Lowe, Freddie Ansell. Very, very happy with the support. They get this kind of support every week, Tony.
So where do they end up on the ladder now, TJ?
They finished fourth in the home final.
Yep.
Not a dodgy fourth either. I think they might end up being maybe, I don't know, maybe 11-7, maybe 10-8.
Well, I've always said you've only got to finish in the 5. Doesn't matter where you finish. Plenty of teams win it from 4th or 5th or whatever. I'll tell you what, by beating T3 Gully today, it's that psychological advantage as well, because every other team will pop up, have a look at this and say, geez, hang on a minute, Payneham Norwood Union, they're coming good. They're good at the right end of the season, and for the Gullies, they've got to go home and do a little bit of homework.
Some scores from around the grounds. We go to Park 9, and we've got Ross Trevor at home, 11-11-77, pre-OAC 10-2-62. So you think Ross Trevor at home. Athelston are leading Modbury 15-13, 103, Modbury 8-10-58. Seaton are into Division 2. Seaton 17-11 defeated North Haven 7-12, so a 59-point margin to the Ramblers.
Seaton in Division 2. Well done to Matty Webber, our good friend there. Great stuff there.
They've been there in Division 2 since H&H were coaching them, so that was a long time ago.
You're after a Div 6 score. We'll come back to some more.
Division 6. We've had Fitzroy have been beaten by Trinity. Trinity are playing next week, so they're into the grand final against Rosewater. Haven't heard a Polton score. Sorry, out of Division 5. We've got a final score, I think it is from Scotch. 10 minutes to go. Scotch 10-12, leading Flinders Park 5-7. That's all over, so 35-point margin to Scotch.
Nice. Before we shoot around the ground for some more scores, just quickly, better players of Payneham, my thoughts. It's interesting, I was just making some notes there while you're chatting, boys. Of the Payneham better, let's say we had a Payneham top 5, I think 4 of my top 5 today were defenders. Very rare that happens. On a dry day like that, they've held T3 Gully to just 7 goals. But for me, the best 4 of the best 5 on the day were Pierce Seymour, Dylan Orcello,
sure.
Mac Haynes cut out Persinos completely,
he was brilliant,
and Chase Bauer. So,
well, couldn't find a spot for Brady Ansell.
Ansell was in and out of the game.
Or Tom Wagner.
And the 5th one I'd have in there would be Wagner. Wagner probably not top 5. Wagner in best players, but they can't all go in. And the other one, I think, obvious one is Jolly. Was probably different.
I was going to say a couple of players. Chris the rookie we called a fair bit in the second half.
Yeah,
so some
didn't do anything in the first half. Yeah.
Good, 2 quarters or 3 quarters.
Yeah, he was very good.
Yeah. Look, there was a few of them probably unlucky. O'Leary at times. It was a good spread.
Oliver Pride did a good
Giannini was good, but that's the beauty.
Not much
to win
Maleggio or Davis.
To win games like this, you need that good spread, don't you? Yeah. We called Donahue at times, different times. Some of these players that showed courage and guts in the middle of the ground, these type of things. But a few little patches here and there. But look, good all round by them, but just some of those players, TJ, as you called, really stood out. I really like Pierce Seymour. He just seems so relaxed in traffic and
cool,
beautiful use of the ball. Nick Jolly he's an intelligent footballer, mate. Don't be fooled by how a player looks sometimes. The taps to advantage. Like you said, he's below the knees, but some of his kicks to advantage of his teammates, knowing what his teammates' strengths are. That's a really big skill that a lot of players don't have. They just bomb the ball down and hope, but he actually played to the advantage of his teammates.
Yep.
Put them in best position.
Absolutely, and look, still talking about Pierce, aren't we? Sorry, I was just checking some scores. He breaks a line.
No, Nick Jolly.
Oh, Nick Jolly. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look, I've probably said enough about Jolly today. I've got some ridicule.
Liam Davis gave them something up for when needed.
Yeah.
Got him in there when needed.
So, boys, I've got a whole bunch of. That's not the teams playing though, mate.
Yes, it is. It's Broadview and Ungley.
In the Div 2, sorry.
Yeah.
So the Broadview Tigers have knocked off Unley by 10 points. I've got some big scores that have just come through.
Amazing comeback, they said.
In the Div 2 elimination. Pardon me, yep. Sorry about that, host. Paraka, straight sets are gone. Edwardstown, so you've got that one right. Edwardstown have got over the top of them. And Glenunga, Jeps Cross have kicked the first 2 of the last, so they've got a handy lead in the final quarter at at Glenunga. So looks like Jeps Cross might be back in Division 3. I wish that dog would really just go away. I don't know if you're picking that up on our broadcast. So yeah, Scotch, as you've mentioned, have gone through. Lockleys and Woody South in the first semi-final of Divi 5, very even. Haven't got a final score there. Got some more final scores coming through. Have you got any off the interweb there, Luke?
No, I haven't, sorry. I'll start to look though. Most of mine are through text messages so far. So we haven't really had anything from Division 5 from Lockleys and that.
It was close, but that was the early stage of the second half.
That was pretty early. I'll see Shawnee Williams, see if he's got a score for me.
Yep. So just finally, it looks like, assuming Port District win, is it Port District need to win to play us next week?
No, I don't think so. No, they're already in 2 points in front of POAC.
Okay, so and PAC have lost.
Well, they're
down.
15 points down.
And they're not going to win by enough to make up the percentage.
I wouldn't have thought so. No, they would have won by about 8 goals, I think.
So here from, and we've just got a Port District score through, a final score, thanks to Stevie Ray Clay, Toasty.
Yep.
I hope this isn't a stitch-up. And Port District have been done. It is Henley 16-9, 105. Port District 13-14, 92. So that's 13 points. So they now need to, probably just to be, unless PAC have the most ridiculous last quarter of all time, it will be Port and Payneham here next week. A replay.
Last year.
Yep, we were here for last year's elimination final. And
it was a game, Dylan Orcello and Nick Hales. The ball kept going between centre half back.
Yep, absolutely. 30 touches each. So, yeah, thank you for that, Toasty. It's a big score, relevant to Division 1. So, host, just want to get your thoughts overall the day. Where do you see Payneham won the game?
Just scoreboard pressure. You know, they even if they weren't scoring goals, we thought it might cost them, you know, with all those points they kicked, nine points. But, you know, they had the ball in the forward line and they just kept pressuring Tea Tree Gully with scoreboard pressure, didn't they? I think that might be the key to it. They had that scoreboard pressure. And also really good work by those guys in that back half who were able to shut down the Gully's dangerous players. People like Personos didn't have much of the footy, didn't get a lot. You had a look at Trent Merville, didn't do a lot up forward there. Stent doing a lot. Menzel was really good, got a lot of the footy, but Orcello, he was on him, but he worked the other way really well. So, you know, really good work from that back half of Payneham, I thought. Yeah.
Now, score through in Division 7, they're people too, you know. O'Sullivan's Beach, they were 6 goals down in the first, they've got up. 12 goals, 8, great. Knocking off Marion, 10 goals, 8.
They're the best side all year, weren't they?
Yeah, well, they haven't lost a game all year, so they go through the grand final as undefeated. As you mentioned, an amazing comeback has seen Broadview knock off Unley by about 10 points.
But they're a long way back by the sounds of it, for the words amazing comeback to be used.
Yep, so it could have been anything. Yep, so just confirmed as well.
Katie's behind you waiting for you.
Yeah, Port District down by 3. There's a bar tab. She knows that she can smell a bar tab. No kids today either. I don't know if you've noticed that, so that's fantastic. So, boys, that's pretty much going to do us, I think, from here today. In the AFL, they're pretty one-sided games, I think, weren't they? We don't need to give the AFL scores.
I haven't even looked, to be honest.
And I might just check the SNFL scores because obviously my beloved Doggies, and they've gone down by 26 points. North Adelaide have got over the Magpies by 4 points. So
Stephen Summerton doesn't get a win in his last game.
No, so there you go. So do we know where we are next week, Luke Hosey?
No, got a choice of about, well...
finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could be at Glenunga, couldn't we, for a prelim final?
No. We were going to be at Jeps, but Glenunga weren't going to be one. We might be here. We have to check here. We have to check with Jeps. It's just the result.
St. Peter's?
They actually put in a tentative mid-year, so there'll be a bit of ringing around tonight. So.
Yep. Well, wherever we are, from the South Australian footballer team of Tony Neal, Tommy Jor and Luke Hosey, and of course, Jono the cameraman, zooming, focusing and giving thumbs up all over the place. It's been good fun, hasn't it, Tony?
Sensational, actually. Just a quick one going back onto the game very quickly on what Luke was saying before, just to back up. I think what happened also in the first quarter, we saw Tea Tree Gully were getting the ball down to the middle, but the amount of turnovers that Payneham Norwood Union forced upon them. That was also, I think, a big one in the game. We did see some to and fro, but just that pressure, like you said, scoreboard pressure, but pressure around the middle of the ground, the turnovers can be costly. They built on that. Payneham Norwood Union came out, they had to do the hard work early, but came out with the win.
Loss, losing Forster early as well, they rebounded pretty well. They lost that guy who kicked 9 goals last week, from remember, so, they played pretty well to do that, so, yeah.
All right, so wrapping up, fantastic weather, still beautiful
Boys,
out there today.
Allow me to invite you to my favourite bar in the world, the Payneham Norwood Union. It's not the Jivor Junction, but it is the Payneham Norwood Union bar, boys. Let's pack on up and head on in and celebrate a great Payneham win. Thanks very much, boys.
Thank you very much.